The Raccoon Family. Probably one of the crowd favourite additions to the Stardew Valley 1.6 update. After the Junimos eject one of them from the greenhouse during its restoration, we build an entire house by hand out of a giant stump that remained after a windstorm. From that, we help a new friend settle into the valley, supporting them with supplies whilst they grow a family of their own. I mean, who could possibly resist those cute and cuddly faces? But what if those appearances were hiding something much darker? After the raccoon was unceremoniously kicked out of their home for my personal gain, they sought help and shelter from the trash bear overlord, who's been sitting in wait, playing the long game to enact revenge. The raccoons have been watching me, and they just knew that one day I wouldn't be able to resist helping out this furry friend in the forest, and they used that opportunity to lock me under their command. Until they decide their debt is paid, they're taking over the entire contents of my shipping bin. I've had to tell Lewis not to expect anything from me. After 588 days of all sorts of successful ventures, I've told him I need a break, but the townies will still see me around every now and again for, you know, proof of life. These raccoons are still paying me in a fair amount of gold. They know at the end of the day it's going to help their entire operation. They don't really need it and we shouldn't question where they got it either, but they are really picky. In this phase, I can only sell the items requested by the current raccoon bundle until the day they ask for a new one, at which point I work on those instead, and they must sample said items first, so no selling until I've handed the first ones over. The Trash Bear's minions will be watching. You do not want to find out the consequences of depositing items that are not to their ever-changing tastes. Other than sleeping in my own bed, I'm going to be hiding out in this secret woods-like farm section, and I won't be using the rest of the farm, with a few exceptions you'll see as we go through this challenge. But they have also allowed me the grace of bringing my tools, a few precious supplies, and 500 of my gold. The raccoons can come and go from this area as they please, but I want to keep their operation safe from the townies who visit the rest of my farm. Or more, keep the townies safe from them. I've been in the valley long enough now to know that threats can come in all shapes and sizes. Trust me, do not mess with the raccoon mafia. I can also sell items that come from the raccoon shop once we've unlocked them, things like the 1.6 seasonal crops, and eventually the contents of golden mystery boxes. There are more items in there, but those are the main ones. That is all only going to work once we rebuild the raccoon house and the first one moves in, so until then, I can sell things the trash bear asks for. The raccoon babies will be watching and learning as they grow up. Once the raccoon family are officially declared thriving, they'll be roping me into starting their very own village, complete with a huge variety of extra bundles that show off each of the mini raccoons' individual personalities, thanks to the Raccoon Family Expanded mod. Spoiler alert, I didn't go into this farm phase with such a cursed story in mind. This was thanks to the chaos that is the live chat, and if you want the full experience, you can check out the VODs in the description, along with the mods, challenge details, and the previous videos too. Hit the like button to protect me from the dangers ahead. I'm gonna need it. And now, let's see what awaits us in summer year 6. First things first, gotta gain access to my new base of operations below the orchard. We've got a good quantity of regenerating stumps here, which will be useful for the hardwood I need to gather for the stump house. It must be freshly cut. I do want to know where this path goes though, I just noticed it, and I could do with the hardwood. Oh, there's a meteor! Oh! There is a giant melon. We might be able to make use of that. Who knows? Maybe they'll ask us for something melon related. So this is the space we're working with. We've got this area here. I might as well grab the hardwood actually. I need to get to the secret woods though to get the rest. And also we need to go and see what our first request from the trash bear is. Oh, got to visit the gnome village. Usually they don't really take too kindly to people destroying these things, but they do their magic to regrow them every day. This is kind of part of the reason that... Oh no. That's going to be a problem. I didn't mean to use my axe on the path there. That's the note. Sorry. They do mind if I do that. I'm not trying to vandalize the place, I promise. Oh, that stump does regrow. Okay, I'm going to have to move that. Okay, tea table's going to go there then, I guess. I'm going to leave that like this. Now that path doesn't match the rest. Yeah, but that kind of happens naturally over time anyway for some reason. It's really annoying. Like, I didn't touch this one, for example, and it's changed. So I have to come back at some point with like the spray can periodically. You've never had this happen? Look, there's this one I haven't touched. There's a few that I haven't touched. And in the do-up, I also went through and fixed a lot of that on the The fiddlehead went on the path. In the do-up for this zone, I'd avoided placing too many paths to make sure we can still get forage. Looks like it didn't really matter. How much do we need here? 100? Oh, we're not actually that far off. I'm going to focus on that first. I also need some regular wood as well, but I've got some trees that are growing. Oh. Well, I should probably tend to this too. This community garden situation's overflowing. Maybe Lewis should have left those barrels there until I was ready. It's just vomited debris all over the place. This community garden will eventually have an episode of its own. The reason I was headed in this direction was to chop all the mahogany trees by the tower in the Grampleton Fields. Oh, I could have gone through the wizards! We were all the way over there! I forgot this entrance was here. Thanks to those trees, I was able to rebuild the stump house on our very first evening of the challenge. Seeing as I haven't visited the trash bear yet, I guess I just really fancied a creative project. But I did go see them right after. Trash bear, you would like a sweet pea. Simple enough, but I was tired from all the wood chopping, so I headed to bed. Oh, the stumps haven't respawned yet. I wonder how long it takes. Oh no, wait, some of them have. I wonder if the grass has grown over them or something. Just carrying around my 19 melons, my 19 emotional support melons, apparently. I cleared up my new farm space first, at least a little bit, before heading out to forage for sweet peas to feed the trash bear. I can now sell them till the first raccoon moves in. What's next? Oh no, I thought the fishing was over. Carp at least are easy to solve, so I can make money from carp this week. Not smoked carp, but carp. Do they always ask for a fish? Is it usually— oh no, it's usually like a forage, a fish, and then a dish, right? I forgot. Oh wait, 2 forage or fish and 2 cooked items. Okay. Now of all the fish that the trash bear asked for, freaking carp, why couldn't it be like a largemouth bass? I'll be fishing in the sewers for that. Oh yeah, we have this. I was meant to be in here anyway. I can't remember when we were summoned by Krobus, but it was a while back and I forgot about it. Krobus interpreted for Nyx here to say the void spirits desire peace with the humans, but they want my help in mending all the damage done with some old magic, for which they'll need me to bring 5 dozen void souls to Krobus. This sounds really important, so I'm gonna have to juggle my priorities. Magically, all the decorations are back. Wait, why am I here again? Oh, I'm fishing for carp. Krobus is like great at disguise, right? So it makes sense that they could also disguise their home very quickly. Ew, algae. And I'm not gonna throw anything away this time because we might need it at some point. I stuck around to catch a couple of extra carp to have some left over after the trash bear's snack. Enjoy your little snack there. What's next? No! Why would you do this? It is not a fishing stream. I'm gonna make one of them. Trash bear really said I haven't fished enough. No! I could see some sunfish in the water there, so I tried my luck and snagged one just before they went to sleep for the day. I did check the saloon in case bait fish was the dish of the day, but no, I'll have to buy some flour tomorrow. I am going to allow myself to bring a seed maker with me because I feel like even if it's just one, we're probably going to need it. 1 seed maker, 1 fish smoker. If I want extras, I'm going to have to buy them. Make them. We're going to spend 20% of our money on flour today, and then we're going to pray that the last dish that the trash bear asked for is going to be not a fish one, because I don't want it. Ah, thank you for the iron bar flint. Hi Pierre, I'm here for— what am I here for again? Flour. I definitely forgot. There it is, and it's our first time cooking it as well. Raccoon's here, I will greet you soon. I'm just like letting them settle in whilst I deal with the trash bear. We'll just imagine he's unpacking or finalising his devious plans. Here you go, 1 baked fish. It might still be a bit warm. Hopefully that's a good thing. And what else do you want? I'm going to scream. Why? However, I have a solution. We have crab pots. I'm not using my spare carp for this. That's one of the items I'm allowed to sell at the moment, and these iridium ones are worth more than sashimi. I'm not going to use the crab pots from on the farm, but these I can turn into sashimi. The fish that aren't categorized as one of these, I'll keep some of each, just in case for the raccoons. Due to these particularly fishy requests, we determined that this must be some sort of punishment, even if we hadn't quite got the reason yet. I'm being trolled by the trash bear. Maybe this is its revenge for like me waiting so long. Like, you have to think, they've been here since year 3, right? Oh wait, did I move these crab pots? I guess I did. After setting some aside for spares, I got 7 sashimi from the crab pots and beach foraging, 6 of which went into the shipping bin for overnight sales, and the 7th, of course, went to the trash bear for approval. They played a tune to notify the local raccoons that plans are in motion, and through this musical magic, I was told I should seek out the raccoon at the stump house next Monday, the 8th of summer. No sooner, no later. And in the meantime, the trash bear will pay me for more of what they've already eaten, and Dusty gets some of the nondescript meat to keep an eye on my movements through town. As a reminder, the requested items are sweet pea, raw carp, can't be smoking it, baked fish, and sashimi. They're happy with any of them, and I don't have to include all of them, so tonight, I'm foraging for sweet peas in West Cindersap. The Raccoon-Trash bear network of traders paid us 1100 gold for our first little shipment. I somehow don't see us getting rich quick here, so much of this week will be better spent preparing our new farmland for everything the rest of this phase might throw at us. It sounds shady, doesn't it, actually, when you say it like that? The Raccoon-Trash Band Network. Maybe that's the story, that they're wildlife friends, but like, I have to call them friends. They're gonna make me an offer I can't refuse. Yeah, I'm gonna get access to their like secret trading shop. So what am I doing? I'm going to the mine. That's what I'm doing today, which isn't really money making, but I want to prepare for the next week by having some sprinklers ready to go. Ooh, that's quartz from a previous challenge. So all of this I'm gonna have to put over there. You can't disappoint. You know what happens when you do the raccoon hat. That's the threat. That's terrifying. Darker than you think. What am I doing? I need a chest. So today I need some quartz, I need some gold, and I need some iron. The mining was going pretty well, for the most part. Ooh, wait. They're not supposed to attack me now, right? Wait, I'm still being— oh no, wait, it's not peace yet. It's not peace yet. Gold bar. Maybe we can say that the void spirits are like working with the raccoons on that, and that's all part of it. Something bad's gonna happen if I don't get the void souls and I don't please the raccoons. And I wonder how much Krobus knows, right? Because in that cutscene, Krobus, like, I don't know if they're pretending or if they actually don't know what that's about, but they don't seem to know what it's about. Maybe if I don't do it, then they're gonna like expose Krobus or something. And we can't let that happen. Not a bad haul for this first day's mining, and I do have enough to make a good start on some sprinklers, but I'm not crafting them yet, just in case I end up needing these bars for something else. I popped to the beach to pick up any crab pot fish I can turn into sashimi. That's 9 more for the shipping bin, and we're slowly figuring out what's going on here. The trash bear is like the person who initiates everything. I'm not allowed to talk to the actual raccoons until I've been discussed at the big raccoon council. The decision will come on like Sunday night, and then on Monday I'll be able to like go and talk to the raccoon. They'll probably just like, I don't know. I don't want to know what would happen if I attempt to talk to them now. I think I've died like once in this, right? Or at least like ended up at the hospital. You don't want to mess with them. I thought it was going to be like a cute little challenge where we get to help the adorable raccoons, and maybe they're not so adorable anymore. Little raccoon bandits. They can do cute and cuddly when they need to. They're not actually. In terms of prep, I made a couple of preserve jars, 4 sprinklers to keep some metal left over, and a scarecrow to keep my future crops safe. Nobody, including the raccoons, like the crows here. I had some more materials to collect at the mines, including a bottle of oak resin from a haunted skull, so I can make my first keg. The raccoons tend to ask for juice too. That'll probably be one of the better items to sell when they ask for it, but how exactly are they paying for all this? They got it all by robbing the community vault? Maybe that's who stole also the museum collection? The remainder of the evening was spent searching for the rest of my tools. Oh, Scythe, where are you? I will find you. Aha. Thank goodness for that. Oh, my watering can might be good too. And my pan. I was supposed to check the travelling card too, but I've missed that now, so it's off to bed for me. On the 6th of summer, I took care of the sashimi supplies with the Raccoon's Great Museum heist still on my mind. So the raccoons are maybe hiding the last artifact from me. The current law is that with each challenge—
The woman was too stunned to speak.
So they're not hiding it from me anymore. This is my reward, my real reward for helping the trash bear. Clearly they did steal the museum collection because they definitely kind of dropped it over here. Hello, I have a donation for you. Why is it organized like that? What have I done? Oh no, I hate this. Oh well, have it anyway. Complete collection, there it is. There we go, our next star drop. Oh my goodness, it reminds me of a challenge. It certainly does. I could not possibly have planned that. Clearing all the grass in this farm section meant the hardwood stumps could regrow. Not sure what I'll need this for yet, but it doesn't hurt to have it. Unfortunately, I think I need to fish. I might have to get some more carp or sashimi. Carp probably is like the best thing to get, and anything else that isn't carp will just turn into sashimi. I fished in the sewers again for my best carp chances. I know I'll get more money from fishing, but like, I've just done 3 seasons of fishing. I only caught 2 of them before I can no longer remember whether it was this morning I checked the crab pots, so I paid my ADHD tax in the form of wasted time, rechecking that I had in fact already done it. That took me off task, so I switched to sweet pea foraging in West Cindersap instead. Just under 1,000 gold from today's efforts. Archaeology could fit in after finishing the museum. It's kind of true, yeah. The artifacts are in bad shape and I need to restore them. I wonder if he like just knows that there is more than one of them out in the— What is happening? Of all the people who could appear on my doorstep during that conversation, there's a showing of the museum artifacts. Okay, fine. Starts at 12. I'll be there. I'll be there. The agencies all over again. Oh, it's Scarlett's birthday. Missing a birthday of someone who isn't a bestie yet might alert the townies to something out of the ordinary, and given that we scored a giant melon in our new farm section, we thought a pink cake would be the perfect gift. I'm allowing an exception to use my coop to get the egg for this specific instance. It's just for a gift, which the trash bear wasn't craving anyway. I took a detour to the beach crab pots on my way to Pierre's to buy flour and sugar, and after some baking and sashimi making, we thought it was about time I rock a new outfit for this farm phase to suit the vibes of whatever we've gotten ourselves into. The ticket to Scarlet's cost a whole 1,000 gold, but it was worth it to see her grateful for the pink cake. That's to be enjoyed with a star drop tea to secure another full friendship. Everything you use against the millennial beige, well, I'm a millennial, so like, I want to still feel cute. So the skirt is like balancing it out, you know? I could dye the skirt. I picked the skirt over the bottoms to keep some of the cutesy vibes amongst all the dodgy dealings, but the chat was right. It does need dyeing, and this red is perfect. A bandit in a cute way, exactly. That's what we're going for here. Already learning to think like the raccoons. For our last day selling trash bear items before we move on to something new, we made another 1,100 gold. That mostly paid for Scarlet's birthday present and the train ticket. And now we can use whatever we've made here to help us towards whatever we're doing with the actual raccoons. Now I'm running straight over there because you don't want to, like, now that they know that I'm going to be helping work for them, you don't want to make them wait. Hello there! Hungry, need fish. Wait, they always ask for fish first, right? 5 periwinkles and a smoked largemouth bass. Okay, that's not too bad. I forgot that it's always fish first. The raccoon granted me express permission to make use of these beach crab pots on the farm. It's for their own gain after all. I might have been done with the fishing, but the game was not. What are the chances that I will be asked again for more fish? I know it can come up again, right? I know my fishing rod could just like go on vacation. You just open the chest and find an out of office note. I have to bring that note to the raccoons. It's because they know. They know that I hate fishing, so they are intent on like essentially torturing me. So after the 5th one, okay, so we have like 5 requests, or well, 4 requests of like peace. I can make 2 more crab pots to join the others, and I'm bringing my bait maker from the last phase because, let's be honest, we've had enough of them trampled by the townies in previous challenges, but I'm not fishing right this second. I need a supply of coal to fuel the fish smoker, and there's plenty of it waiting for me at the quarry, plus I could do with the oars. Oh, mystic stone. Oh, there was a prizzy in here anyway. Alright, well we have a prizzy for anyone else who needs one. Basically, instead of the pink cake for Scarlet yesterday, I could have checked the quarry for this to save a couple of 100 gold on ingredients. Using the quarry instead of the mines meant I didn't eat too much into today's fishing time, and any other fish I'll be keeping in case they're asked for later. My first largemouth bass got turned straight into targeted bait. These fish, especially smoked, will absolutely be our best money maker whilst this is the active bundle. That's after the raccoon's inspection of course, so no sneaking them into the shipping bin just yet. The 9th of summer was a stormy day. Do I have all the stuff on me now to make the lightning rod? No, I need my refined quartz from the bottom, okay. Linus, a few days late for some sashimi, but I'll take it. I could make 1 lightning rod to protect my future crops, and got my first few periwinkles from the crab pots. Then my plan was to spend the day at the mountain lake using targeted bait to get more largemouth bass to put in the smoker. Oh, I left my coal at home! Rather than go all the way home, I chose a run through of the quarry cave. The new section added in 1.6 usually has some coal nodes, but there were only 2 today, so I combed the outdoor part instead, not mining everything here because of time, energy, and inventory space. Now I can smoke the catches throughout the day. Some had to be turned back into targeted bait, so I had 7 smoked fish by the end of the day. I was thankful to see 2 periwinkle in the crab pots the next morning, so I could hand them over for a taste test. You can see I gave an iridium smoked fish here. The tester has to be the best quality I have on hand. I'm not going out of my way to make everything the best quality possible, but from whatever I have on me at donation time, I do need to give the best one out of those. I got 25 summer squash seeds for that, and now he's looking for a wife. I also put those crop seeds in a chest for now, because I don't think we decided to include these yet, and either way, the Raccoon wife shop isn't open yet either. I could start selling my smoked largemouth bass now though. As you can probably guess, I was back fishing at the mountain lake. The next raccoon quest comes in 1 week after you complete the bundle, so I have 7 days to make as much cash as I can from these. I brought home another 7 smoked fish that night, the ones being saved for the luau. Despite the fact that I have to fish, this is one of the best starts money-wise we could probably have asked for. That's almost 10 grand from these first couple of days of the bundle. I made sure to attend the luau on the 11th so the town doesn't speculate about my non-attendance. I dropped in an iridium smoked largemouth bass into the pot, playing it safe with something raccoon approved. They're probably watching from the bushes after all, and the governor agrees with their taste, though it's entirely possible the raccoons have got to him too. Imagine what would happen if he said he didn't like it. My routine for the coming days is pretty similar. I refill my crab pots, picking out the periwinkles, and fish for more largemouth bass till they go to sleep in the evening. I don't know if you noticed the blue bait in my hotbar. The live chat reminded me I can use targeted bait for crab pots too, so all of today's periwinkles went into bait, and hopefully we'll catch even more to sell. I obviously forgot my crab pots are already full, so we'll test it tomorrow. They don't bring in anything close to what the smoked largemouth bass do, but every penny matters when we can only sell 2 items. Even without the targeted bait, I got 3 periwinkles on the 13th, so let's see if this change will make things any better. This was one of the days that looked a little different because I wanted to make a start on the void cell gathering in the Badlands on this good luck day. Before heading in, I noticed Alessia outside the tower selling some stuff. Each of the traders on their assigned days will usually get unique weapons and powerful buff items, things like the elixirs we can craft with ingredients like monster drops, but I'm not planning a huge amount of combat in the near future, and as soon as I saw these, I just knew the wizard would love them, so I spent 13,000 of my fishing gold on a haste elixir and an armor elixir. I only spent the morning in the Badlands, scooping up any void souls as I passed them, and avoiding the local wildlife. I only got 13 of the 60 I need, so this is going to take several trips. I hastily brought the wizard a haste elixir to add to his gift log, which needs to be full before we can marry him. Then I could resume the lake fishing. Didn't make quite as much money today due to all those distractions. I could only hope tomorrow will be better. More chance at periwinkle.
Wait a minute.
I don't know about that. I got 1 periwinkle when there are days that I've got like 3. It doesn't feel very, and it's worse quality. Maybe I just got unlucky today. I did make time to bring the wizard the armor elixir from yesterday before heading up to the lake again, and with many more hours to fish and smoke my catches today, this would be the best one so far. A pearl! Awesome. I can't really sell it, but still cool to have. Being a great luck day, the treasure was poppin'. Sure, I can't do much with a lot of this at the moment, but it still pleases my little loot goblin heart, and from today's raw periwinkles and smoked fish, we made 11.5 grand. It's the 15th of summer, and this periwinkle bait isn't really paying off. 2 basic ones today. At this point, I was missing the quality bonus given by the deluxe bait. To try something else new today for our lake fishing, I've got a quality bobber on the end of my rod instead of the trap bobber. Unlike most other artisan goods, when fish are smoked, they keep their quality, and therefore the higher price associated with it. With our professions, a gold quality smoked largemouth bass nets us 630 gold, but an iridium one gives us 839 gold. Once the largemouth basses went to bed, I headed for the mines to fish there for cave jelly. It's been brilliant having my single fish smoker, but now I'm at risk of having loads of leftover fish when we get a new bundle in a couple of days, and at that point I won't be able to sell them, so I'm going to need to up my smoker production. 2 more smokers should do the trick. Even though I caught more fish today, not getting them through the smoker as quickly meant I actually made less money than yesterday. It was raining green on the 16th of summer, and I thought it had been a week since we brought the raccoon the first bundle, but there was no wife yet, so I must have miscounted. I didn't think my usual green rain activities would be all that helpful this time, so I searched for void souls in the not-so-crimson Badlands. Made things much easier to see. Not touching the rest of what's out here right now, that'll be handled in a future challenge. I was pretty sure the raccoon's wife would arrive tomorrow, so I didn't bother fishing for more largemouth bass today, since I do still have quite a few that need smoking already. I chopped wood waiting for those to process, joined up the path from the orchard area to this new zone, and chucked a little border on my crop garden. Definitely not the place I expect to complete the serpent monster slayer goal. My last shipment of periwinkles and smoked largemouths and almost 9,000 gold. Let's see what the raccoon wants from us now. There's the raccoon wife, hello. Hungry, need fruit. Dried oranges and peach jelly? That kinda throws a spanner in the works for this farm phase. I did after all jump into this with very little planning. I decided to make an exception here to allow myself to use the orchard area when tree fruits or their products are requested. I'll be allowed to pick them from the trees and forage them from the cave. Otherwise, we'll have to buy the saplings, then wait an entire month for them to grow. Plus they'll be out of season once they mature, and I don't have greenhouse space in this area. It just doesn't make sense to lengthen the challenge by an entire month for each of this type of bundle, simply waiting for trees to grow. From the amount of fruit I'll get in the cave and the orchard though, I won't get rich from this either. I then thought it might be a good idea to stock up on supplies to get more preserves jars. I doubt this will be the only bundle I'll need them for, so I gathered stone and coal in the mines before turning my attention to the quarry instead. I wanted to give that a good clear out so more resources can spawn. Getting back that evening, I moved my sprinklers so I'll have more room for a future production zone. I made some more room in the fruit cave the next day to give the bats more space to place oranges and peaches for me. It's not like I can sell the other fruits anyway. Since my dried oranges are ready, I used fairy dust to finish a jar of peach jelly so I could hand over the goods to the raccoons to begin the week countdown to the next bundle. They traded me for this raccoon journal. Gave that a read right away for higher chance of mixed seeds from weeds. Eager for your knowledge. I did just have an idea. I'm going to pop to see if I can find a certain something in Cindersap, but I don't know if that's going to, like, what the requirements are for that to trigger. So let me just go have a look and check. I'm also going to try and avoid chopping down the entire forest. I don't think the raccoons will be happy if I did that. Well, we're just waiting for stuff to produce. It's a good day to go for a wander in the forest, right? Here we are. It's Bright Springs. So, this place is pretty special. These fish we already caught before. But there's two things. So first of all, actually, it'd be rude to not look at this first since we're going past it. There's a hidden cave in here. Hidden cave with mushrooms and ancient fruit that you can forage. I don't need these, so I'm going to leave these as they are. Also, you get a buff in here, so I've got +3 mining for the day. And more forageable ancient fruit, and oh wait, of course, it's summer. I came here looking for fairy roses, but it's summer, so I can't really do that. I don't think they're going to ask me for flowers, so I'm going to leave these alone too, but we have a new foraging location if we need it. But basically I was doing it to see if I could get some fairy dust, and that's not going to work. I mean, next season we might be able to stock up. That's going to be helpful to move bundles along quicker, and maybe make more money from being able to sell artisan goods sooner. I'm back to waiting for my preserves jars again, so now's a good time for more layout planning. I'm keeping my storage roughly where it was, and this bit of extra decking will be a small outdoor processing area. Thank goodness for the Let's Move It mod, allowing me to move these jelly-filled preserves jars. After nightfall, I visited the sewer to invest 10,000 of my gold into resetting my foraging professions. For weeks like this one, I could do with a botanist profession, making all my forage fruits the same quality. Not only is this nicer for storage, but when I'm using the dehydrator, all 5 fruits you put in need to be of the same quality. I might get more jars this way. On the 19th of summer, I asked Robin to build a shed in this new zone to house my kegs and jars. Then I spent much of this day in the mines in search for quartz to smelt for more quality sprinklers. Now that the Queen Raccoon has opened up shop, I can plant and sell summer squashes, as well as the other produce from the seeds in her shop, so I need space to grow more. To put a limit on these, I'm only selling them raw unless they ask me to process them in one of their bundles. But if you're playing along, it's up to you whether you include the pickles and juice too. I visited the wizard whilst passing through his home for Saturday's outing. He apparently sensed I'd be here today, and we chatted a little about Bright Springs. I wasn't there long. I had plans in the Crimson Badlands today, still gathering those void souls. Oh no! Go away. I'm scared. Locking in so I don't die, hopefully. Not the slowing. How many did I get today? 14 is pretty successful. I have to keep pausing just to breathe. There's the exit. I can see the exit. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Run. Run. We don't totem out of there. And breathe. Breathe and crash into bed because we're waiting for fruit. With the shed finished on the 21st, I wanted to think about getting more kegs, so I smelted some copper for tappers, whilst gathering coal to pass the wait time. I do have one fully grown oak tree on my land, and it'll probably be good to have some of each of the vanilla resins on hand, so I'll also keep a pine and maple tree growing. Not a whole lot to do for this day, so I'm off to bed early, but we did at least make a small amount of money from peach jelly. Most days here, I'm picking oranges and peaches from the trees on my way to my current base of operations, as well as checking the cave, which rarely has anything I need. Like yesterday, most of what I'm doing at the moment is waiting for fruit and jelly, so we will have some short days for this bundle. I just put a border path around my tapper trees, moved one preserve jar into the shed, and went to bed. I collected more void cells from the Badlands on the 23rd of summer, then on the 24th, I didn't bother picking any fruit because I'm expecting a new bundle tomorrow, so this is the last day I can sell peach jelly and dehydrated oranges. I've got a jar of jelly still working away, and I wasn't sure I was going to be awake that long, so I just used some fairy dust on it. I still had plans for another trip to the Badlands. I left my food at home. Wait, no, I can't have that. I just realised. I needed to... Oh, that's a shop. A shop with elixir that I haven't done yet. I own one because I bought it in a previous phase and never gave it away. Oh, the night boots with a load of defense would be nice one day. No, let's buy this very expensive elixir. Oh my god, that's like over half my money. Wizard's worth it, okay. Hey, so I saw this and thought of you. I definitely didn't already buy one to give to you and forget to ever give it to you, but here you go. And there we go, full friendship. But I still have a long way to go with the gift log to be able to actually marry him. All right, now we look for souls again. I found 14 void souls in today's trip. Combined with what I had at home, that's just more than enough to bring to Krobus. Not that they had anything to say about it tonight. We'll just await further news and get some sleep. 2 jars of jelly in this last shipment, less than 1,000 gold. I don't think I've made any more than maybe a few grand from this bundle. I was thinking Krobus might write to me the next day, but instead I found a letter from the wizard. Meet me in the forest west of my tower at 2 PM sharp today. There's something we must discuss. Come alone. I'm scared. I love how he's also not signed it off with a name or anything, because I just know the wizard's handwriting by now. Gotta keep myself busy for the morning. Let's see what the raccoons are after now. Look, baby! Hungry, need mushroom. Oh, well, I've got plenty of those on the farm. Oh, dried chanterelles. I don't have. That I don't have. And maybe I need to make some mushroom log. Okay, that's fine. I did check the Secret Woods Gnome Village, but chanterelles only show up there in fall. I do have another location to find those, but first I popped to the desert to spend about half my money on some deluxe speed grow. It might be good for the next season's crops, and if the raccoons ask for anything crop related, they'll be ready quicker. My summer squashes are now ready on the farm. Happy to be picking all of these ready for the shipping bin. As for the new raccoon bundle, I have 6 white algae at home, but those are covered, and whilst I want to try avoiding using the Ginger Island Mushroom Cave, we do have another one behind the waterfall at Sprite Springs. It is quite the trek in the bottom corner of West Cindersap, but not for long. I set up my very own warp rune on the other side of the waters for easy reach from my nexus. There were 2 chanterelles in the cave today, 3 more to go to dehydrate them. All of that did make me pretty late to meet the wizard, but Rasmodius probably would have foreseen this, though I doubt he's been waiting out here very long. You arrived, there's something I want to show you. I took his hand, and he teleported me somewhere new. Whoa! Why is the water full of trash though? Welcome to Grenville Falls, a forest of magical origin that lies far from civilization, and one of the most beautiful places I've ever come across in my travels. Look at the fiddlehead trees and all the mossy trees and stuff. It's like Green Rainland, but without the rain. Until now, most of the magic that we've discussed has almost been purely pragmatic. Protection spells, travel. It's true, of course, that magic should be used responsibly. What we haven't talked about yet is the great joy that magic can bring. A spell well cast, even a basic one, brings with it the knowledge that you're tugging at the very strings that make up the universe's warp and weft. And there are many spells beyond the merely useful that we can draw on, as long as we aren't excessive. I don't do this often, but you've brought a great deal of unexpected joy into my life, so I wanted to bring some to yours as well. That's sweet. Whoa! Food! The wizard knows the key to my heart. Don't worry, I'll be alright in a moment. That took a great deal of energy. That's all big workings do. Wait, you cast protection wards that literally, protect things from monsters and this hurts? I'm alright now. Oh, okay. Why is there a sad face below the lantern though? I need to know. Before we tuck in, for all the joy that you've brought into my life, I thank you. I realise I'm not the easiest person to befriend, hiding out in my tower, but you took the trouble to get to know me, and to keep getting to know me, despite everything that stood in the way. And I just wanted to say, you've become very precious to me. Oh, you! Now, we can't get too distracted. Please sit down, fill our plate. If there's anything you enjoy particularly, I can always summon more. More chocolate cake, always. That was so cute. It was trying to throw me off. Because the mail that we got was very ominous, but that was definitely not. You know what? I am going to drop off the algae because I would like it to maybe tide them over until I can get the dried chanterelles. So here you go. So now I guess I need to get some white algae. I'm trying to think of the best way of doing that, and unfortunately I think it's fishing in the mines or grub hunting. Oh, we'll do both. Oh yeah, look at that. Actually, also this is good because I'm thinking for this I make some regular bait, not waste deluxe bait on algae fishing. So far I've got 1. So I think I'm going to get more from fishing, unfortunately. Tomorrow we'll do that. If we give it a whole day of it and see how we do. I didn't sell any algae today, but I still made about 3.5 grand from the squashes. I got a reminder in the morning that the raccoons are still waiting for those chanterelles. The raccoon is ready. Yes, I know. They're waiting for my goods. Not really much I can do about that. That's from the Raccoon Reminder mod. I think it does what it says on the tin. I checked Sprite Springs right away, but it was looking much like it was yesterday, so maybe it refreshes with a foraging week, not daily. So for now, let's just keep stocking up on white algae. I only got a single 1 in the bug lair today, then I brought my fishing rod to the mines and used the fishing info overlays mod to determine the floor with the best chances. That turned out to be 100 if it's accurate, at a 25% chance versus the 24% on floors 20 and 60. That being said, I caught a grand total of 0 by the evening, and I couldn't see any in the water with a visible fish mod, so I investigated with Look Up Anything to see the location box didn't have an X in it. There are a very small amount of things that are a little bit off with Look Up Anything, but the vibes just didn't feel right, so I moved to floor 20 where I could see the algae drifting in the water, and sure enough, I caught 2 immediately and consecutively. They're not worth much at all, but it's fun to experiment whilst we're waiting for the chanterelles. I think the other mushrooms came to the farm the next day to laugh at me. To improve my chances and hopefully make some money, I made a few mushroom logs to go nearish to my trees. Plus, if mushrooms are asked for again later, I'll have a stockpile building. The Sprite Spring Cave still doesn't have any new ones for me, and we'll find out tomorrow if things change more significantly with the forage reset. I fished for white algae on floor 60 today, and it went so much better. Being here the entire day, I got 15 of them. Couldn't wait to get those in the shipping bin, but I had to speak to Krobus first, who was waiting on the farm in the dark. Their friends are about to do something with those void souls, and are summoning me to the mines to observe. Must be some secret cavern somewhere. I've been here a lot, and I've been here all day today, but I definitely don't recognize this place. A shaman with a purple mask came out and set the mood lighting for whatever was about to go down. The void souls were placed in the middle of the room, and using old magic, little shadow people were set free and reunited with their families. The souls are their children? That's horrifying. How did they even get there? Then to just be left in a desert like that? Tonight's ritual is supposed to bring peace with the humans. Did humans do this? Why am I both sad and kind of unsurprised? Loved ones will return to the shadow people. We won't harm each other anymore. We're finally at peace. Oh, I forgot to check if I finished the monster slayer goal. There is a way around that. I think I have though. We'll go check the board. Sorry? That can't be right. I haven't killed 100,000 void spirits. There is no way that I've done that. Like, considering I go out of my way for dust sprites and then we've done 2,452, which is a lot. This can't be true. It physically can't be true. I didn't do this. Someone's rigged this board. Oh, the only one we've got left is the mummies. They had a lot to forgive. How did this happen? Has anyone, please tell me someone's seen this, but I've never seen this happen. Maybe when you complete the event, it automatically adds to the count. Oh, that's interesting. I really wish I checked before now. Let me know in the comments if you know. 15 algae for 375 gold. Yikes. The new foraging week brought a bit of good news to our last day of summer. Chanterelle. Oh, double! Double! Fall is just around the corner, and that'll give us more options too. The farm had the last harvest of summer squashes, and I'll be keeping some just in case they're asked for, but the rest will go in the shipping bin. Today's algae fishing location of choice is just outside the witch hut. I got a total of 10 today, so not quite as good as the mines. I skipped the moonlight jellies tonight to check Camilla's shop at the Badlands outpost on my way home, spotting several new elixirs I just knew the wizard would love. I could only afford one today. I had to leave some money in case I need seeds next season, and let's be honest, in terms of affording more later, the algae is only really giving me pocket change. Thank goodness the squashes are a bit more lucrative. A new season brings a brand new giant crop. I claimed that pumpkin and they'll stay in a chest. Can't sell them right now. I brought my golden mystery boxes to Clint today. I was saving them until they're unlocked at the Raccoon shop so that I'd be able to sell the contents, but right now, I could really do with some farm totems. Totem, please, yes. Ooh, Prizzy. I don't know how much use that will be to us either, but... I passed through my nexus picking up the fresh dewdrop berries and chowed down on one of them in the wizard's basement before popping upstairs real quick to deliver a gift. I know he is. Hello, I'm here with something new for you. Take this gravity elixir, don't drink it. Oh my goodness, here. Okay, bye. Then we are going to the witch swamp. See how many chanterelles I can get today. We've been missing out on them a lot. I'm going to zoom out for this too. Yeah, I kind of forgot about this place as a mushroom foraging location. Good thing I had some awesome people to remind me. Plus some of the monsters in here drop broccoli seeds. I can trade for these at the Raccoon shop, so growing them will guarantee some cash. Not only did I quickly obtain my 5th chanterelle for the dehydrator, there were plenty more I could gather here to make some extras for profit. No idea why I haven't been in here more often. I died! Oh my gosh, I was so not paying attention to my health. I'll be honest, I'm not fully awake today. Ah, the danger. That's why. Of all the things I could lose, the one thing I'm here for. That's okay, I'll go after them. That didn't stop me going back in for more. The raccoons wouldn't want me giving up this easily. It was worth it. I got another 9 of them, and exited the cave via the railroad to put me in easy reach of the Adventurers Guild to ask Marlon to retrieve the other 9 I lost. And thanks to the Mapping Cave Systems book power, I only pay half the cost. Marlon won't deliver those until tomorrow, so for this evening, I planted all the broccoli seeds I'd accumulated from the swamp monsters, and checked the secret woods for chanterelles now that they're in season here. Didn't find any though. There are the other half of my mushrooms in my mail on the 2nd of fall. From the ones I did come home with yesterday, I was able to dehydrate some, so I could make the delivery to the raccoons. That's another bundle complete, and this raccoon hat I don't see so much as a reward. Maybe more of a threat of what might happen if we deviate from their wishes. I don't know about you, but I don't want to become a hat. We've now got 1 more week to make money from these sources, with the dried chanterelles being the better profit item, so I foraged in the swamp maze again, a little more carefully this time. Oh! We got another cursed mannequin! I didn't know you could get them out here! We got a residence, so this is another place we can get more little Grampleton residents for the future. Plus I have space for many more broccoli seeds. I left when I reached the railroad exit again to search for the prismatic butterfly from today's statue blessing. Yay! No extra oh, that is so much gold. I will call this a test from the raccoons. They told me I had to go and hunt for mid mushrooms first. If I've done that in the swamp, then I can go on this treasure hunt and get a little bit of an extra reward. My dehydrators are too full to take this day's mushrooms, and I was out of clay to make more, so my evening was spent tilling most of the beach. I can't use the old clay farming pattern here since I don't have legacy randomization on, but I find it therapeutic going row by row like this anyway. I got 13 clay by the time I ran out of energy. Not a huge amount, but it's enough for a few more machines. I can make 6. I'm gonna make 4 because I'm kind of worried about like running out. Like what if they ask for fire quartz at any point? Why is there a void spirit on my farm? I thought we made peace with them. Or maybe they just come in for a friendly visit. I'm not gonna test that theory. Wait. Oh no, we're good. It doesn't hurt. They just want to come and hang out. Okay, what's our blessing today? It's a curse of -1 speed. I don't love that. I cancelled out that debuff with some coffee and collected my dry chanterelles ready for shipping. It's actually worth some decent money. Let's get some more in the swamp. $16 of them this time, so that's 3 more bags of dried ones, and the secret was treating me to a couple more fresh ones. I checked Sprite Springs for the first time this season on Thursday, finding the fairy roses I've been waiting for to make more fairy dust, and the chanterelles were a bit more prolific in this cave now. I had a look where I was at with the raccoon shop stock, so far being trusted to trade them for more raccoon journals, hats of their enemies, and crop seeds. The more I serve them, the more stock they'll trust me with, and I'm after the rumoured golden mystery box trade, so I'll keep working away for them, as if I have a choice. I chopped wood in West Cindersap this day to give me some task variety, then on the 5th of fall, I was ready to get back to the mushroom foraging again, starting with Sprite Springs where I enjoyed a dip in the water to energise me first. Whoa, wait, hang on. I've never noticed this before. Has anyone else seen this? In the water there's like decorations. There's little like star-shaped kind of craters, but then there's this symbol here. What is this symbol? What does this mean? Okay, I should probably check this in a few days. But there's always the ever-reliable swamp maze, where I got my hands on 20 more. Ow. Do I mean they hurt so much? Got those in the dehydrator and took myself to bed. We don't need to be awake anymore today. Could I official for the rest of the day for white algae? Yes, but I just like don't want to. So we will not be. Probably could have done with planting these broccoli seeds before sleeping. They'll just be ready a day later now. This Saturday looked pretty similar with worse results. 7 chanterelles, boo. And moving on to Sunday, Camilla was back in the Badlands with her shop, offering more elixirs that I want to gift the wizard. I was so focused on their cost and checking if I've given them yet that I didn't pay attention to their effects. +8 speed on the lightning elixir is wild on its own, but the barbarian elixir, true to its description of giving the user barbaric strength, is +99 attack for just over a minute, and the Aegis elixir can get you out of sticky situations, making you immune for 17 seconds with its 255 defense. I'd love to know what she puts in these, but at the time, all I cared about was gifting them, which is going to take a few trips over the coming days. Of course, I was going to bring another the first thing the next morning, and made a shocking discovery. Ooh, hanging out down the side of the bed, are you? Go to sleep for the night. You can spend the night here? Hello? No, I don't want to go to sleep for the night. Wait, what? I will, but not right now. It's only 8 AM. You've seen who else has been. You just take my rightful place, apparently. Having now eaten through most of my salmon berries, I needed to take advantage of blackberry season. I did do a quick lap of the bug lair when I got close to the sewers for white algae, not that I found any, and things weren't much better on the blackberry front either. 30 something on them on this first day of berry picking throughout the whole valley isn't really that much at all. I returned to the wizard tower to let him know I'll be staying here tonight, and for the entire afternoon. It's an early one, and I tucked myself into his bed for an extremely long overnight nap. When I woke up, he talked about enjoying company from the locals, and mine most of all. Maybe it's his own way of saying he's happy I stayed here? I picked blackberries on my way to check in with the raccoons who need their next care package, having welcomed another child. What's on the menu this week? Thirsty need juice. So they want eggplant juice and pickled broccoli. Oh, we got broccoli. We can pickle the broccoli. I did already have the eggplant seeds and some speed grow, and I managed to make room for some extra sprinklers to grow them on. With the first broccolis already harvestable, I could get those in the jars right away. These jars and kegs won't be enough if I want to make some decent money with this bundle though, and to make more, I had to spend this afternoon in the mines for iron for kegs and coal and stone for jars. I spent a fairy dust on the oak tapper so I could make 4 more kegs for the shed on the 10th of 4. I tried to bring the wizard the last elixir I had, forgetting he's already had 2 this week. Then I said hi to Lance when I was at the mines to grab some of my coal, who gave me some life elixir. Probably thought I needed it after that earlier death. I enjoyed another blackberry picking stroll all around the valley, coming home with a much better haul of 138 this time. On the 11th of 4, I added 13 more preserves jars to the shed, and having come to the conclusion that the newer seasonal crops will probably be the best moneymaker over any of the bundles, I decided I want to squeeze in more crop space into this zone. I do want the stumps to be able to regrow, so this did complicate things a little, but I could use the Let's Move It mod to help me make adjustments even to the crops I'd already planted, and finalising that layout really took all day. The first eggplants were ready on the 12th, though you'll see one's now a seed. Kinda accidentally destroyed it moving everything yesterday, but some of the ones I could harvest went into kegs for juice. The pickled broccoli was ready too, so I did use some of my fairy dust on one of the kegs to skip the wait and bring the goods to the raccoon. My reward was some fairy dust, and now we can trade for more if we wish. And that means if I really wanted to, I could sell fairy dust now. I probably won't, but either way, I could always do with more, which I'm missing the diamonds for to craft them. I sprinted through the highlands aiming for the diamond cavern, but the hardwood stumps had grown back since our last visit long ago. Oh, no, wait, what? I didn't bring my axe. No. I made a quick escape just to collect my axe and made my way back to that cavern where we first caught the diamond carp in the fishing phase. No shortage of diamonds in here, that's for sure, but I ignored the forageable flowers for now. Can't do much with them in this challenge. I came home with 48 diamonds, and I'll just make the fairy dust as and when I need it. I cleared out the quarry on Saturday before hanging out on the cold floors of the mines with Monster Musk, gathering coal from dust sprites. I think 182 of the stuff will be more than enough for the jars I want to make. I don't plan to upgrade this shed. The timeline for each bundle is pretty short, and not enough for larger scale mass production. The crop fairy paid a visit that night. I haven't seen the crop fairy in so long that I just forgot. But hey, we got a few extra broccoli plants done. It's always satisfying when she syncs the new plants with the rest of that crop's harvest. I usually like all my preserves jars to be done at the same time too. I could use fairy dust to speed things along, but now that I can actually sell the fairy dust as it is, I need to determine if it's worth it. A pouch of fairy dust is worth 300 gold, and this jar of pickled broccoli is worth 266, so it's not worth using on the rest of the jars when it comes to profit. I'm just gonna have to be patient. It's now a new gift week, so Razzie could take the last of the elixirs off my hands. Then I foraged in Sprite Springs for fairy roses. Feels weird ignoring the sweet gemberries here, but they're of no use to us right now. We've got the Stardew Valley Fair coming up in a couple of days, and I wanted to prepare early, preferably with a raccoon-approved display. I set aside a chest of items previously requested by the raccoons and the trash bear, which I might not bring every item they asked for, just a selection. The next pickles were done on the 15th. This was the start of a new stream, and I couldn't actually remember if I handed in this bundle yet, which meant I had no idea what day we'd be given a new one. I will be allowed to sell this broccoli raw, so I decided not to risk turning it into pickles that might be finished too late. I won't be allowed to sell the pickled ones once the raccoon's tastes move on to something new, so I just went to bed. Still made a good few thousand from this morning's jars. The 16th of 4 holds the Stardew Valley Fair. Here's a look at the display I ended up going with. Let's see if Lewis agrees with the raccoons. Yay, did we win? We scraped it. Did you know, so the winning score, you have to get a minimum of 90 points? Just about scrape the win. Alright, give me back all of my stuff. The only thing I care about this year at the token booth is the prize ticket. After picking my eggplants on the 17th of 4, I decided I was willing to risk a small handful of my crops in case we do have time to process these for extra cash. There's not much else I need to do this day, so it's back to bed for me so I could harvest some more broccoli in the morning, all of which I'll be selling raw. I claimed my first ticket prize of 5 regular mystery boxes. Those will be saved when I can trade them up to gold ones. Then I popped to Sandy's shop in the desert to buy 100 deluxe speed grow for future crops, and much of that was paid for with all that broccoli. The raccoon is ready! I am being summoned. Hey, what do you need this week? What can I get you? A gift for the missus. Moss and trash. Okay, well I can't really make money from trash, but I can from moss. We're going to be scraping a lot of moss. I've already got plenty of both those things on hand, so that bundle was checked off in no time at all. And we get the jungle tank. I think I have a frog egg somewhere, so I will pop it in there. I scraped moss from all the trees I could today, and in a raccoon-like move, swiped the jack-o'-lantern from Leah's doorstep. That placement was a trip hazard anyway. With what I gathered today, plus most of what I had at home, I was carrying around over half a stack of moss by nighttime, but I think I'm waiting here to do one much bigger sell-off on a future day. I did recheck where Cindersap on the 20th of fall to see how much would have regrown. Plus I probably missed a few trees here and there, but there wasn't much moss today at all. I could still comb the rest of the valley on this day, and the Grampleton fields on the next, which was so large that I had to finish that on Monday. Once that was done, I wanted to try the highlands. I know that's full of trees, but none of the types grow moss out here, so I came home to harvest my broccoli. It's the 23rd of fall, and I now have most of the moss in the region, picking off any new growth as I passed it. Whoa! A loaded tree. Moss, golden mystery box, and a hazelnut. I love that for us. I chopped hardwood in the secret woods, Grampleton fields, and the highlands today, hoping for mahogany seeds. I can trade for those at the Raccoon Wife shop, which means I can sell them for gold. Not that I bothered today. I only got 7 of them, but it does motivate me to chop my stumps a bit more often. No! What? This is why I don't keep farm totems in my hotbar unless I really need them. Alright, well I guess I'm going to bed. Aside from my chopping stumps and making another keg, I pretty much skipped the 24th and swept the valley for more moss on the 25th. Got almost a stack of it now, and this is the last day I can sell it, so it's going into the shipping bin. Right, 971 moss. Let's go to bed, and maybe tomorrow we might get a new raccoon request. 4,855 gold. Not an amazing one. What we got this week? Dried cactus fruit and powder melon jelly. Well, the powder melon jelly I can't really do anything about until... You know what, technically I could go grow get some garden pots going. Just a few as like an emergency supply. Oh, I have a cactus fruit, okay. So I need to make a seed maker, and I need clay, refined quartz, and stone. Oh my god, I got barely any stone. I guess I'll make the 2 garden pots I can. And, oh, I'm gonna have to water them. Oh, I've got a seed maker, we're good. I'll grow one of each just to have it done early. Oh, we've got broccoli to make money from. Garden pots can't be watered using sprinklers. It needs to be done by hand. The preference is usually to use deluxe retaining soil to combat this, so you water it once and never again. But you get the recipe from the Ginger Island trader, who I don't want to unlock until the future Ginger Island phase. Plus that means I can use deluxe speed grow instead. With those in place, I could grab the broccoli outside to ship, and once I realised that the cactus is going to take 9 days to grow, even sped up, I got Pam to drive me to the desert to forage some for myself. Plus, because the desert in Stardew Valley Expanded is, well, expanded quite a lot, there were loads of cactus fruits waiting for me here. I might still want more garden pots for other crops later, though I still got some more quartz smelting in the mines, tilled the beach for clay again, and even squeezed in a bit of stone gathering before the day was up so I could add 4 more pots to the shed. On the 27th of fall, I retrieved most of my saved broccoli to sell. I kept this during the pickle bundle, but now that's over, I just need to sell them raw. Next month's crop will be the powder melon. I don't have many of those seeds yet, though I checked the raccoon shop to see how to get more. It's 2 pine cones for 1 powder melon seed, so this day was spent chopping pine trees away from the immediate area around the raccoon's home. Gathering enough pine cones for another 84 powder melon seeds was a great way to pass time before the start of the Spirit's Eve festival. It did take me a good few minutes, but I got through the maze without any of our previous year's troubles and reached the treasure chest where I claimed a prize ticket. The last day of fall is also the start of a new foraging week. That means there's new cactus fruits in the desert for the taking. I headed back to town to collect my ticket prize of 2 fairy dust, then I chopped pine trees in West Cindersap again. With winter on the horizon, I need as many powder melon seeds as possible since these ones don't regrow. I found another load of pine cones at home too, so I'll try to remember to trade these when the new season arrives. I started the first of winter with planting the powder melon seeds I've already got, all with deluxe speed grow. The potted powder melon in the shed had a couple of days on it, so I brought a jar of dehydrated cactus fruit to the raccoons for now, just so they've got something to snack on. I did remember to trade for the extra powder melon seeds whilst I was there too. I gathered stone in the mines for the rest of this day, then on the 2nd, I foraged a whole 16 cactus fruits in the desert, plus some bonus powder melon seeds, and scooped up any leftover fairy roses from Sprite Springs from last season. I took the new winter forage too, in case the raccoons might need them later as well as the mushrooms in the cave. With all the daily watering in the shed, the first powder melon was now ready to go into a preserve jar. I'm not waiting for the jar for another few days, so I gave it some fairy dust so I could hand in the last item for this bundle. We've now got another 25 powder melon seeds, and a week until the next request will be ready. The outdoor fruits haven't grown yet, so all I can do right now is stick the cactus fruits in the dehydrator and go to bed. The jars of dehydrated cactus fruit sell for 821 gold each, so as long as I find more than a jar's worth for each desert trip, the 500 gold bus ticket is worth it. I found 9 today, with extras at home to get another 2 lots going. Sprite Springs was stacked with winter forage on the 5th. Kinda hope the raccoons ask for these at some point now, but this is the only activity of note today really. The 6th of winter brought the first major powder melon harvest. I should have enough time for a batch of deli before we move on to a new bundle. It was a good thing I had some fruit left over. I don't have enough seeds in storage to replant every single sprinkler spot. Before I sacrificed those to the seed maker, I shook all the pine trees in Cindersap Forest. The raccoons wouldn't be happy if I deforest the area around their home, so I'm not chopping them. And since it's winter now, the ones I've chopped in West Cindersap won't regrow at all this month. I only got 4 pine cones all day this week. Definitely got to use the seed maker, though that's not without some risks. No, not those, not... A desert foraging trip on the 7th only just about paid off. Then on the 8th of winter, in a shocking move, I actually went to the Festival of Ice. The raccoon home is nearby, and I knew they'd be watching. I need to win, or else. Where's the raccoon house? They magically... Can I shake these trees? No. Wait, what? This is entirely different. Hello? Hi, wizard. How did you get here? I walked. Pay no attention to me, I'm simply observing. You can watch me fish. Maybe the raccoons paid the wizard to hide the house for today. I bought some of the cooked dishes at the igloo, just in case either myself or the raccoons want them. Then I took my place for the fishing competition, catching 6 big slimy fish for the win. There's another prize ticket. The powder melon jelly was ready to ship the next day. I could pick the cactus fruits I planted too, but in hindsight it was pointless having this when I can't guarantee these would be the same quality for the dehydrator. I got 5 crab cakes from that prize ticket. Not sure how helpful those will be in this phase. Then I hit the hay to see over 10,000 gold roll in between the dehydrated cactus fruits and the powder melon jelly. That's the last of those I can sell. It's time for a new raccoon request. Look at them all. We need... Ooh, okay. Oh, sorry. Kind of whacked my mouse. Must have been the excitement for some mining goodies. And to be clear, I need to sell the items as is, so no opening those geodes. For the slime, I was a little short, but I could gather more in the secret woods, which gave me enough to complete this bundle the very same day. Here's your slime and here's your magma geodes. I got 5 regular mystery boxes as a reward, and that signaled the unlocking of the mystery box trades. That's 3 normal boxes for a golden one, and 20 golden ones for a magic rock candy. I don't tend to take advantage of the latter. You can get magic rock candies inside golden mystery boxes, and I'd rather take my chances, as well as the rest of the possible loot. I'm bringing the rest of my magma geodes with me to farm for more in the lower floors of the mine. The crate that dropped 2 of them on this floor should mean that I can always get them from a crate in that exact spot today, though that only happened 1 more time. I did gain 12 more geodes over the course of the day though, so selling the 21 I had at 150 gold a pop, we got a few grand. This bundle should bring in some decent earnings. The crops will probably still be better though. Those will always take priority, unless of course there's a prismatic butterfly playing hide and seek somewhere in the valley. And we got a prizzy this time! Not that I can really do much with a prizzy at the moment. I also got all of my saved up golden mystery boxes open today. I am happy I can now sell the loot, but I'm also specifically hoping for powder melon seeds, so I don't have to dump my own fruits into the seed maker. See what I mean? I did get a magic rock candy in one of these. The regular boxes I'll save to trade later, and I think the tunnel vision on my crops made me forget about selling some of the other contents right now. My main task for the 12th of winter was more magma geode farming, but this time with the stench of monster musk on me, so I can grab some slime too. No, my farming floor! Floor 101 makes for a decent backup to my usual floor 80. I got 11 magma geodes by the time I ran out of bombs. I wanted to switch tasks to gathering iron and coal to make more, but my monster musk ran out, and my usual iron floor 41 was switched out today too. Floor 61 it is. Not that I scored many resources in that time, but I could still make 11 more bombs the next morning, and some cherry bombs with the ores I had at home. I did use a few of them at the quarry, thinking I'd probably get more materials back than I would spend, and I don't know how I forgot about some of the ores in my mines chest. Ah, we have more stuff up here. Sadly, I only found 1 magma geode over most of this day, so I cut my losses that evening and got some sleep. A mega bomb from Kent in the mail gave me an idea on Sunday. I should have the stuff to make a load of those by now, and I was right. I made 50. I was hopeful for some better magma geode luck today, and yeah, I got 22 of them this time. Into the chest they go for a bigger sell-off later, making sure to set a reminder in the deluxe journal so I don't miss out on the money. I realised on the 15th of winter that I hadn't checked out what's in the giant crop spot for this season. It's not a crop, it's a meteor. Don't mind if I do. I didn't know that would be here. The rock is our crop for the season. I wanted to do something with this empty space today, and I think it's the perfect spot to display all the goods the raccoons and the trash bear have asked for. I can't walk into this area, so we're going to need the help of the Let's Move It mod to get them in there, and the Precise Furniture mod to cram them all in. I'll add to this as they ask for new items. I did need to grab some fruit from the cave for the peach jelly and the dehydrated oranges, but there weren't any oranges at all in there, so I made space for them to spawn. It's also the first day of the night market, where I bought the current painting, as well as the recipes from one of the expansion stalls, simply because I felt like it. Then I came back to the farm to move my orange tree into my greenhouse. We're not profiting from it, it's just to have an easier time getting oranges for the display piece. The 16th of winter had a powder melon harvest, a task that took into the afternoon with having to make my own seeds to replant, but I still had many hours left to farm for more magma geodes. This is the last day of the bundle, so it's the last chance to make the most of their earnings. I left the mines that night with 49 magma geodes, and even squeezed in a trip to the night market to grab this day's painting and browse the travelling cart. Trouble is, paying for a totem home meant I accessed the house from the other side, leading me to forget something pretty important. No, I forgot to sell the geodes! Okay. No, the raccoons already, I can't sell them anymore. I gonna mess up there, that's... This is me after all. Not the commiseration potato. They went easy for me on bundle number 8. Dried common mushrooms and white algae. Similar to earlier, with cheaper and easier to find mushrooms. So I think this is going to be a lot of sleeping because I don't really want to I'm not farming for algae. It's not worth the time. It's a good thing I've been saving the mushrooms from all the foraging, and hearing a train passing through the valley. I made my way over to the station to see if I can score any drop loot, but due to my leisurely pace, the train was long gone by the time I got there, or the trash bear hijacked it, who knows. To expedite this bundle, I used some fairy dust on one of the dehydrators so I could hand in everything today, getting more mystery boxes as a thanks. I might be working under threat, but even they know that motivating a loot goblin only improves their results. I had to come out this way to bring the wizard a birthday gift of an ice rod. I found it quite charming when you took that whiff from my cauldron and went so green I thought you were going to turn into a frog. Would you still love me if I was a frog? My raccoon reward today reminded me to bring all of my basic mystery boxes I've been getting to trade up to golden ones. I didn't open them today, I just want them ready to go, and that helped me pass the time till the night market opened for the last time this year, so I could get my hands on the final painting and some free coffee. I got the golden boxes open the next day. Nice to see a treasure chest to partially make up for that lost magma geo money. To improve my mushroom supplies, I made 6 more mushroom logs, making sure I keep some moss in storage in case that's requested again, and I used some furry dust on the existing ones so the harvest will sync up. We made some okay money from the dried mushrooms and box loot today, and on the 19th of winter, I harvested the last of the oranges I needed from the greenhouse so I could return the orange tree to its usual home in the orchard. I'll have to wait for those to dehydrate, and I left a table out to remind me to add it to the display. With Marcello in town with his shop, I could bring my saved up books for trade. I can make use of more materials, like hardwood, deluxe bait, regular wood, and coal, but my spare monster compendium will stay. I need 2 to be able to trade, but that only gives me a slime press I have no use for. I swept the bug lair hoping for white algae. Didn't get any of that, but I did get an ancient seed I also cannot use. I changed my mind on trying to collect algae, at least giving myself 1 day to farm it from grubs instead of fishing. My hope was to use floor 21 in the mine. Oh, well I was going to look for bugs, but I guess some Grampleton villagers might do us some good too if we get lucky enough. I can still go for algae from grubs when the ladders decide to show themselves, but I didn't have any luck rescuing new little Grampleton villagers today, and algae-wise, I only got 3. All I did on Saturday was put my dehydrated oranges on display, eager to sleep through to Sunday for the next powder melon harvest and replanting, gaining about 5,000 gold from the fruit I was able to sell. On the 22nd of winter, I had some new mushrooms ready to dry, and thinking ahead to spring, I took a long walk shaking every maple tree I could find for seeds. These I can trade for carrot seeds, the crop I can sell next season. My luck with this is never very good. I only got 2 all day, but I do already have 51 at home. There wasn't much to do on the 23rd besides collect the remaining dried mushrooms and sell them for the last day of the bundle, and since that was request number 8, I thought that would be the last one for these ferocious fuzzballs to be fully settled into the valley, so let's check on them. Are we ready? Watch it not be the time. That'd be really funny. Okay. Well, I guess I want one more Did I never hand them in? I swear I handed them in. Oh no! I went back and confirmed that I did in fact hand in the goods last week. The raccoons have gotten to know me though, and decided to troll me today. Or maybe they just really like common mushrooms and white algae. Also, it turns out the lack of cutscene is likely because we're in winter, but please do correct me if I'm wrong. That's so strange that they asked for the same thing again, and extremely upsetting actually. Oh, I need more fairy dust, hang on. I want to make 9 because if I make 1 mushroom log ready, I need to do them all. And then I need an extra one to finish the dehydrator. Alright, we're going back with the same stuff. Look at all these red mushrooms that I can't do anything with. This is painful. I'm gonna have to trash some things soon just for space. You've had it where one of the items was the same but not both. This is a first. I was so ready for something new. They heard us talking about stopping helping them? No, it must be. They'll be like, oh, I know, you want to farm algae, right? Right? Okay. Have them again. I'm glad you like them. I even got the same reward. I tried for more white algae in the bug lair, again without success, so I just went to bed. On Winter Star Day, I shook maple trees waiting for festivities to begin in the town centre, where I brought Linus an iridium quality cactus fruit for a raccoon-approved gift. My gift giver is Marnie. It's a... egg. A dozen eggs, actually. You know what? In this economy, I'm happy to receive a dozen eggs. I like me some eggs. The final powder melons were ripe on the 26th of winter. There isn't much time for another planting, so I'm popping fiber seeds in their place, which will hold the fertilizer into spring. It won't grow in time for the first, so I'll just have to axe it all when the day arrives. Since I didn't have to turn any of my powder melons into seeds this time, I got over 10 grand for them, plus a bag of dry mushrooms. I went for yet another failed algae hunt in the bug lair on Saturday. Yes, there are better ways of doing this, but this is something like the third request for this farm phase, and I just don't want to do the other methods. Listen, I love challenges, but I'm not going to force myself to do something I really don't want to do on my forever farm, and you shouldn't have to either. But without this outing today, I wouldn't have dug up these carrot seeds. The last day of winter saw similar results, but before we head into the new season, I finally moved the mushroom logs closer to my few trees. I'd kept them away to try and make sure I'd just get the common mushrooms, but I hadn't thought about the fact that the trees can improve the quantity I could harvest. Hopefully this will help going into year 7. Will they sing for me today? No, they will not. Okay, never mind. I guess I have to wait for the next bundle to trigger. I traded away most of my maple seeds for more carrot seeds, and carefully used my axe to clear away the unfinished fiber so I could plant them, even if I don't have enough seeds for every spot yet. With a mutant bug lair being as terrible a source of white algae as usual, I finally caved and brought my fishing rod to the mines just to say I managed to sell some this week. All 3 of them. Yeah. They get overshadowed by the dried mushrooms, and that's why I haven't really been bothering with it. The 2nd of spring is a long-awaited last day for this bundle, and instead of repeating the same thing we've just been doing, or simply sleeping, I decided to decorate a little instead. I know a lot of people use the quiet of winter to do this, but I prefer to see how everything looks when it's all green again. I just find the new life of spring much more inspiring. The jungle tank we got several bundles ago, by the way, I'm using as a frog tank. It just makes sense. And for the entrance path, I want to make sure the raccoons get a warm welcome as soon as they step in. What do we think the raccoons will like? This is so cute. I love these. I think they'll approve of a giant dessert display. These are like treats for the visiting raccoons. It will look better when it grows in more, the grass I mean. I'm not going to do every tower, otherwise I'm going to run out. Of course, I had to add some flowers between some of the grass too. Where the giant crop would be, I have already shot the cauliflower, but I went with a simple cobblestone path leading up to it, resprayed with my favourite textures. And I definitely need to include some sleepy junimos, like the ones we have in other farm segments. It can't be a raccoon zone without a trash can, right? Wait. Oh no. The too much has been activated. We want loads of them. We'll leave the little light there. I feel like we have to do something in this section, right? Should we add some trash around here? Wait. Now, some people might think this is messy, but actually, the raccoons wanted me to decorate it like this. I need to keep them happy. They can change their mind about being okay with you, you know? And I'll pop some grass here, of course. The raccoons will be very happy. Like, they love the cutes, but they need to stay true to themselves at the end of the day. I could put something here. We can put some stuff on this bench. It's like a growing greenhouse item. That's so cute. Maybe we'll pop an empty pot here. Oh my god, there's gloves! To fill the space behind the shed, I planted some grass and put a rose bush peeking out. And when I spotted this picnic basket item, I just had to place it amongst all the trash cans. Though I did have to delete one to make it fit. Don't tell them I threw the trash in the trash. I think they can like fill up their basket with goodies. Maybe I can use one of the Junimo huts, like a raccoon holiday hut. Not like a real Junimo hut, I mean like, you know, one of the decorative ones. I am, however, going to have to put it down and force it. Does that look spooky there? I swear there was another one. Oh no, there's a small one. We'll do this one, like that, and then I'll do a little path. So I'm going to have to, like, make it place. Did that work? It didn't work. I tried a few options here, but they all just disappeared. Alright, no path for you then, I guess. Prismatic painting, wait. You can't, oh no, the frame's not matching. You can't do something in Pride Month and not include the flag. This was recorded back in June. Okay, out here, it's hard not to just default to filling this with like grass and flowers, which is still fine. I might just do that for now and then I can change my mind if we want to add extra stuff later. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just moving some of the grass from this section because I want to put flowers in the gaps. I feel like a bigger flower bed would go well here. I really like this one and I want to include it. And we can do some little flowers in the sides. For the other open patches, I went with the grass and flowers like I said, but this time, instead of a variety of flowers, I only used these cute orange ones, keeping them all the same to be different from most of the rest of the farm. And I don't quite have enough grass starters, so we'll have to wait for these to grow in over time. Get some sleep. Oh, I was like, is that the crop fairy? No, it's the witch. I haven't been over to the swamp in a while. Do you think she misses me? Free void egg. Here are the sales from the last of the dried mushrooms, so it's time to check in on the raccoons again on Wednesday morning. Is it today? Yay! Good neighbors. We are safe. There's a piece of grass ruining my cutscene. What is this? Look at them now. It's adorable. They're thriving. Now what? I'm scared. Look at them. I think now we're just on... I think something's gone wrong. They're asking for different mushrooms, but I don't want to be giving mushrooms and algae for the rest of this. We're not quite at the end of the challenge here yet. I was expecting some other new things to happen because I've got the Raccoon Family Extended mod, but I just couldn't figure out how to trigger the next steps yet. I think I have to wait. All right, let's go see if there are any morels in the woods. I think we found their favorite product. All right, can we find any morels today? None in the Sprite Spring Cave either, but I knew there would be some in the swamp maze. I even had some at home already from the previous trips, and I'll be keeping some aside still in case they're requested again later. I was pleased to find the first carrot harvest, but for this one, most of them went into the seed makers so I could expand my crop for the next harvest. Really wanted to know out of the past 3 raccoon quests, which one's been your favourite? Is it the dried mushrooms and white algae, the dried mushrooms and white algae, or the dried mushrooms and white algae? Mind you, they are different types of mushrooms, they're just like sampling all the mushrooms. Before going to bed, I used fairy dust to get the dried morels early so I could complete that bundle. I've officially run out of white algae, so please stop asking me for- oh, carrot seeds! Okay, fine. I checked the raccoon zone early the next morning and noticed a new opening in the fence. Please tell me this wasn't here yesterday and I just like didn't notice. I'm not allowed in. Wasn't found or couldn't be loaded. Maybe I'm gonna have to update the mod, hang on. Sophie, noticing the trouble in my troubleshooting, delivered a little pick-me-up treat. Thank you. We're having a little ice cream bite. I don't know if you remember these. I'm just gonna show it real quick. It was the little bonbon. These have become like basically my favorite ice cream. So ice cream to de-stress from the mod thing. Maybe I'll just go to sleep and see if it works tomorrow. I was curious to see if it was just the rain preventing a cutscene or something, but that wasn't it. So please hold while I update the mod. We did it. Yay! Look at all the raccoon stumps. They must have like copied the one that I built. Look, it's Bobo! Papa told us about you, Bobo. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. This is so cute. He said you're a very nice Bobo. Papa and Mama says, you're the one who brings lots of tasty food. I hope you're enjoying all your dried mushrooms and white algae. Can you bring us some tree fruit? Oh no. We'll find a basket for you to put it in. I'll ask the bats. The bats can help. What have I wrote myself into? Oh, look at the basket. Oh, that's a lot of... Oh, wait, hang on. It's like a subset of 2 of these. That's so cute. Hello. Why do you cover your back paws? Are your claws tiny? Okay, mine are too. Why are they so cute? Where's all your fur? There's a bear that brings us honey sometimes. You're friends with a bear? Okay, let's go get some fruit. We've got fruit. I can figure out some fruit. I might actually already have some in my chest. Now I can sell these morels, but that also means I can sell tree fruit this week. Now I'm not going to take advantage of that too much. I'm just going to sell like what I have here. So we've got 2 pomegranates and I need 2 other fruit. I've got 2 apples, but it gives us more things that we can sell. That being said, I kind of just got lost in the cuteness of it all. So most of my efforts towards making money will cease for the most part. It became about getting to know the raccoon kids and helping them set up their own home. Their parents taught them well, it seems. I'll do anything for them. I need 4 each. I did find 2 more pomegranates in the cave, but not 2 more apples. I noticed 3 apricots though. It's always worth looking on the lower walls for those. They stay pretty well hidden down there. There's our 4th. Here's to our first baby bundle. Do we get a reward? Spring onions! Wait, that's really cute. Do you have anything to say now? Either they're really happy, or they're too busy feasting to want to talk to me. I guess we go to bed and see what's next. It probably goes without saying that I rush straight back over there in the morning. Bobo! Oh my god, there's loads of cutscenes. Is it true Bobos make your food hot before you eat it? Oh gosh, are we cooking? I think we're cooking. What would you like? Let's go see what they asked for. I'm absolutely gonna die if they're all fish. It better not be. Okay, so we have predictably some fish in here, but I might actually have some of these at home. I think I might actually have a spare baked fish at home. I was wrong. The only dish I had in this zone was the pumpkin soup. I tried my luck with Gus's trash and got the wrong dish, so I bought some ingredients from Pierre's. Krober sells a cooked dish on Saturdays too, but I don't need the lucky lunches right now. I foraged at the beach and tried to catch a sunfish whilst waiting for the saloon to open, letting anything else go free, until I both ran out of bait and got bored of that. I knew Gus would have the spaghetti for me, and that was about it this time. That leaves 2 more dishes for me to handle myself. One will be some easy roasted hazelnuts, and the last is some friend mushrooms. And the last is some fried mushrooms. I'm not putting these on display. With what I knew about what lies ahead, I knew we would run out of space. I'm just dropping off some cooked dishes. Here you go. The item display is for the important requests like mushrooms and white algae. Oh look, mushrooms. Where did they get the idea that I like mushrooms? Look at them all like walking around. This is so cute. Is a poke the same thing as a bobo? There's a mouse in the forest that calls bobos pokes. Lots of early nights in this phase of doing raccoon bundles because working for the raccoons is tiring. The baby raccoon enjoyed sampling the cooked food and wanted to try their paws at cooking their own, so I agreed to bring some ingredients. Before I could even check on that list, another baby grabbed my attention. I saw a beaver in the forest collecting some wood and tapping some sticks on a log. This raccoon loved how that sounded and wanted to try making music of their own, which they weren't having much luck with their existing instruments. I guess I'll be bringing some better ones. Now let's see what they need. Fine, so I can easily cover the buyable ingredients. It's gonna have to be 20 garlic, isn't it? Are these like escalating? Listen, I love garlic. It was just the like, oh, I can't finish this bundle today. And over here we have, oh, cute. Okay, let's see if I've saved any of those. So the flute and drum block I can make. I can bring 3 out of 4, so I don't need all of them. I love this. This is exciting. For the artifact instruments, I do have a couple of troves I could open, and the chat let me know that frozen geodes and omni geodes have a chance of giving the ancient drum, so I'll just take the frozen ones today. We will one thing at a time. So mail.
Huh?
Did someone just put an empty envelope in my mail? Anyway, I don't know what just happened there. If I'm already going to Clint's, I might as well bring my golden mystery boxes and trade up my regular ones. I'll go to Clint's first because there is a chance that I could get the garlic seeds in there. Someone wanted to waste my time. I'm being trolled. I'm glad I wasn't just like imagining it. Maybe it was a letter asking for mushrooms or white algae. So we'll open these first, and it was neither of those things, but I am going to keep them safe just in case. Oh no, I've run out of space. I put a couple of things in the shipping bin from the golden boxes and ran to Pierre's to buy my garlic seeds before I get sidetracked, buying double the amount I need in case the fertilizer fails me, and made a second trip there to buy the other ingredients for the bundle. I decided not to go back to Clint's today. There have been carrots ready here for several days now, but I've been so busy and excited about the baby raccoon bundles that I haven't been bothered about harvesting them. I might as well do that today though, because I'll need room for all the garlic, which meant destroying some of that deluxe speed grow in favour of quality fertilizer. The rest of the ready carrots are staying in the ground. I don't fancy making more seeds today, and now that Clint is closed, I tried gathering more frozen geodes for the evening, but these are the only 2 I got tonight, so I continued that for the 8th of spring until Clint opened again. Drum, 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 drum. No. And then by this time, Pam should almost be at the bus stop. There she is. I needed to get to the desert trader after more artifact troves. Oh, it's okay. I thought it was 3, not 5. I'm confusing it with the desert totem. Thought I might as well run up and down the desert looking for dig spots in case some more troves or only geodes. No luck there, and the quarry wasn't much better either. My odds of getting what I need via Clint weren't looking good, so I turned to the Junimos. There's a shop in the Junimo village that sells a selection of artifacts. Oh, that's so expensive. Oh, you know what? How long does my garlic have? 3 days? I decided to attempt one last afternoon of farming frozen geodes. Or geode, singular. And I'm not waiting till tomorrow for the sake of 1 geode, so I traipsed back to the Junimo village to spend 8.5 grand on a bone flute so I could complete the bundle before the night was up. Now I'm out here way past the raccoon's bedtime, but they don't seem to care. So I think I will just drop off what I've got for now. Then I'll come back with the garlic once they've grown in a few days. I can, however, finish this one. So you can have both the blocks and the flute. Ooh, Samsung guitar. We're trading instruments. Love that. That's a weapon, by the way. Can you imagine just smashing monsters up with a guitar? That means we have a new cutscene in the morning. Guess what, Bobo? Found a book about magic. Oh no, we're gonna have to bring books. I tried some of the magic spells in there, but a lot of them need things to work. Oh, interesting. Can you get me some? Let's have a little look here. A witch hat. Iridium quality rabbit feet and oh my god. Oh, these are easy. I can grab these just out of my catalog. The witch hat I can solve because that's just pumpkin or something, right? In the thing, we'll see. These they've got expensive taste, but they were raised by like me just bringing them all stuff, so it kind of makes sense, unfortunately. I might have spoiled them a little bit too much. I was really glad to have hoarded most of the items I couldn't sell in this phase. I had a pearl I could use. The 2 furniture pieces I could just pull out of my catalogue, but where I thought the witch hat could be tailored with a standard pumpkin, it actually needs a golden one, and that I do not have. For the iridium rabbit feet and duck feathers, I won't be building a whole new coop. I'm not bothered about selling them anyway, so I'm allowing myself to use the existing coop's auto grabber, but there were only 3 iridium rabbit's feet in there, and no duck feathers at all. The silos have kind of been empty recently, besides when Marnie mailed some hay over. The animals are fine, don't worry. They just don't want to give me anything without the hay, which is totally fair. I'm planning to get more squid ink, so for my 5th item now, we're going with the star shards from either Omni Geodes or Magma Geodes. It suddenly became a blessing that I forgot to sell those Magma Geodes all those weeks ago, though I am keeping some behind, just in case. Out of my 40 Magma Geodes, I got 1 star shard pretty early. My plan is to stick it in a crystallarium, and I need this golden iridium to smelt to make one. I passed some of that time hunting squid kids for ink, but I only needed 1 more, so I fairy dusted a couple of furnaces to get the bars sooner. Star shards take a bit more than 3 days to duplicate in a crystallarium, and I'm not waiting that long, so they're getting the fairy dust too. Okay, let's drop off our magic items, so pearl, cauldron, witch broom, squid ink, and star shards. I wonder what they're going to make with this. And for that, we get cat ears! Adorable! Another hat for the collection. The magical raccoon had a bit more success with spells overnight, turning some grass blue, and healing their sibling. I'm glad you're using the magic for good. There's a spell that can give my family water forever without going all the way to the lake. I want to try it, but it needs some special materials. Can you get them for me? Is this going to be for the rain totem? Oh, we got another. Kind of nice that we get multiple at once. This little fuzzball came across some dropped books. Books? Cool. I want more. Oh no. Can you get me more? Oh no, I sold one the other day. Mind you, I sold this one, so hopefully they don't ask for this one again. I looked at the mage's bundle first, who's asking for an easy shovel, but also a hefty amount of materials, but I only need to hand in 3 of the 4 of these. As for the book bundle, they just want any 3 power book, doesn't matter which. The stone I have more than covered. The shovel comes from the catalogue. I have a monster compendium I can't do much else with, but at the moment, I'm having a hard time letting go of my book of stars for some reason. Got a bit more than half of the aquamarine at home. I checked the mines just in case I left any there, and turns out I have exactly enough, so I brought them to the raccoon to at least get one of the bundles sorted. I got some deluxe retaining soil for that, and left the single book in the other bundle. That one will have to wait for the bookseller, if I don't get lucky with random drops before then. But now, I'm also trying to keep the OG raccoon request in mind, this time asking for trash and an urchin. Thank goodness, some variety. Variety I already have at home. Have some trash and urchins. I guess they must have noticed I'm not keeping up with my carrot farming, dropping a major hint with these seeds. Just not going out of my way to deal with them. I'm working with their kids, they'll forgive me. And I'd rather focus on the baby raccoons instead of profit now, though I did make a couple of gram from those and the urchins today. The garlic was ready on the 11th of spring, with plenty of gold quality ones in there. We are more than good. When I went to hand those in, I was greeted by a raccoon who spoke my language. You bobos collect lots of shiny things, right? Oh, we're going mining? I like shiny things. Can you bring me some? The little mage raccoon greeted me next by their new well. I made a forever well. A forever well. Now me and my family can get water easily forever. Too bad it doesn't have any fish in it. Maybe I can try that next. I wouldn't drink fish water. The magic book has some harder spells I want to try, but it says I need a powerful object to focus with. Oh dear, what is this? They're gonna ask for like 10 prismatic shards, right? I checked what shiny objects the other one needed first. Again, pleased to have kept my other minerals. I know I have some of these, but I'll work on the rest over time. I handed the garlic to the foodie raccoon on the way past that one, getting some usually useful cooked dishes for that reward, then looking at the new mages bundle. I was on the right lines for a prizzy, but the other items are trinkets I probably have to spare, and it was pretty forgiving, in that they only want 2 of the 5 items. I came home to rummage through what I've got, returning to the raccoon village with our foodie friend eager to hand me something to taste test. Spaghetti, a classic, and feeling that they've got a bit of a knack for this cooking business, they want to open a little restaurant of their own, so I need to help them with some starting supplies. These two rectangles, by the way, they're extra craftable materials I had to specifically add for this mod. You'll see some of them later. I was really here to drop off some trinkets to the mage, who had some mystic seeds waiting for me. I will grow them, worried that could be a sign they need some mystic syrup at some point. To make the paper for the restaurant, I can dehydrate soggy newspaper, put wood in a bone mill, or recycle dwarf scrolls. It's kinda cool that the spare dwarf scrolls have an additional use now other than gifts. And for the glass, I needed a quick visit to the mines for copper to make a couple of regular furnaces. It doesn't seem to work in the advanced ones. And to make 1 pane of glass, I need 5 broken glasses. I'm gonna have to start refilling my crab pots. But I do want the trash, so I need to use regular bait. 1 paper down, the rest are gonna be done... Oh, it says they're gonna be done tonight. They don't even take overnight. The glass won't be done till tomorrow though. I do have a cloth, but I'm saving it for when I literally don't have any other option because I've only got 1 piece. Mind you, I'm gonna get more cloth when we go to Skull Caverns actually. I installed an oven in the shed so I could do some cooking more conveniently down here, though that mattered a little less today since I had to go up to the farmhouse to tailor that dish into a chef coat. The bookseller was in town on Friday, so I could buy the cheapest book, the price catalogue, ready to bring to the raccoons. One of them went for a wander today. No idea what was going on here with this beaver, but the interaction was cute. Entering the village, another sibling had learned I'm a farmer who can make yummy things like jams and pickles, and they want my help with equipment to try making it themselves. I was then summoned by the mage raccoon. Oh my gosh. Look at the outfit! The focus made my spells a lot more powerful, Bobo. I was able to make these. Island totems. I'm not actually sure where they go, but I bet it'll be fun. That's amazing. If I make anything else with magic, I'd be happy to share for some fruit. Everyone wants fruit now. Bobo! Some of the magic spells I want to do need things I don't have, and I can't find them. I haven't been able to find them either. None of the Bobos. I mean, places I usually check have them. Oh. It's okay, I don't judge. Look, now we have 2 bundles here. Oh my goodness. This is dangerous. That one's gonna need a little bit more planning, but first, I'll handle the stuff I have with me. The restaurant goodies were done with, for which I got some key seasoning, and Penny's dirty frying pan that's better served as a weapon than a cooking tool. The farming machines were pretty much what I expected, and I could hand in the prize catalogue to the book bundle, getting a book of mysteries in return. I can give this to the wizard, have I given that yet? Oh, I've already given it, but it's a good backup gift in case we need one. Now is this? Oh, look at that! So this is a shop now, and I guess I asked for seasonal fruit. Void Shard. You're telling me I don't have to defeat the big beast in the... Well, I want to do it anyway, but if you're struggling for the Void Shard... What just happened to the stuff? Magic hair gel's here now? Wait. Now it's gone. Excuse me. So sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. What I was trying to say about the Void Shard is if you don't fancy fighting the beast Apophis in the Badlands, this is another potential way to get the Void Shard by trading fruit. The foodie raccoon, who I suppose I'll call the chef now, was already opening up their restaurant. Their parents were enjoying the cooked food too, and as a final thanks for that one, I got a lucky lunch. Our book-loving friend dove headfirst into their new hobby of book collecting, and even shared one of them with me, the Friendship 101 book, but they now need a way to keep them organised, so I whipped out my catalogue to hand over a selection of bookcases. Oh look, a monster compendium, I got it back. They returned it to me. I had to go to Ginger Island for the first time in goodness knows how long to check for either of the key quests that would give me easy access to radioactive ore. Nope, neither. Okay, I'll have to check next week. So I should probably start putting a reminder in my thing for that. Check key quest, radioactive. Just so I remember why I'm doing it. I returned home to make the farming machines, and anytime I visit the raccoon village, the young ones are tugging at my sleeves before I even get a chance to do what I need to. This one's been enjoying some more reading. Did you know the world is a giant ball? That's so cool! I want to make my stump nice and cozy for reading my books inside. Can you get me a few things? I can't turn down a request like that. Actually, I can't turn down one at all. But anyway, I dropped off the machines to the other bundle. And we get, oh, raisins I haven't shipped yet. And some apple juice, that's cute. Then I put together a furniture package for Book Friend's reading nook. We've got the pencil and the Queen of Sauce book. Wait, I think I'm good on those. So, does anyone love this? Penny and Elliot. Okay, I'll keep it spare. I'm gonna go walk back in there and see if I get asked anything else. Yeah, that was fun. I made some preserves and drinks and things. That was quick. Yeah, have some. Coffee. I love coffee. I admire that you can do that every day. I think I get tired of it pretty quick, to be honest. What else do you spend your time doing? Ooh, fighting monsters or fishing? I mean, I meant to say foraging. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go fighting monsters. It sounds scary. I guess I could give it a try. Could you bring me some tools to get started? Book Friend was also finished setting up their library and returned my Book of Stars to me. If I find any books I already have, you can have them in exchange for some fruit. Are we having like a book trader? Are we arming the raccoons? No, we're not. Oh, yes, we are. Lava katana. I guess it didn't matter which other hobby I picked. They want to try them all. I made some challenge bait and picked up some sweet gemberries at Sprite Springs to turn into rare seeds, planning to bring them to the raccoons in the morning. They didn't immediately jump on me this time, so I had a second to check out the new additions here. Look at the restaurant. Look at the new apron. I've taken some creative liberties with my chef jacket, but I'm okay with it. So pomegranates for coleslaw, lucky lunch, and farmer's lunch. Now, if I try and look at it again, is there anything extra? No. Was curious. So, seeds, sprinklers for seeds, and a bobber and challenge bait for your fishing. A dino egg, ancient seeds, and midnight squid. That's a combo, alright. I'll go put these away at home and then we have the festival. I bought 20 strawberry seeds there just in case they're needed for a bundle, and got ready to sprint around town picking up all the eggs I could. Kind of? Go, go, go! I forgot I was hunting eggs and just started walking around the map. What the I just zoned out so hard. That's right, I realised early, it's okay. Sam, that's my egg. Why are so many of the eggs blue this year? Did they run out of other colours? No, I'm not gonna make it. Oh my god. I got so distracted. Left my brain with the raccoons today, it seems, but we still just managed to pull through with a win for a prize ticket. Let's see the new developments for the 14th of spring. Look at the hat. Hi Bobo, would you like some tea? Thank you for the tea. I tried those activities you suggested. They're cool, but I don't think I'll keep going with them. Well, I'm glad you gave it a go. What are you gonna do now? All my siblings have been finding things to do that are fun and exciting for them, but I haven't. I'd like to have something that's all my own, you know? Do you have anything else I can try? I can figure something out for you. Bobo, oh my god, the glasses! I read about an island far away in a giant lake. This is Ginger Island stuff. There are cool foods there. Ones I've never heard about before. Oh no. Mama and Papa said we're too young to leave the forest. Can you try and get us those foods? Who called it? What have you done? Oh no. Okay, first of all, what's this one? Quite the random variety for hobby friend, with some easy options, but those island ingredients will be a little more trouble. It'll probably be mangoes, bananas, and ginger. I changed my mind on one of those things, having remembered something about Central Station. There's a shop in here that sells pineapples! 6,000 gold to have one item instantly covered, and I could move a banana tree from the orchard to join the one in the greenhouse. I was planning on the ginger being the last item. For now though, I could bring my catalogue back to the raccoon village for the hobby bundle. Look! The beaver! There's a small Bobo that likes to play in the big tree nearby. Do you think we should say hi? Think you might scare her? I picked out a TV, radio, birdhouse, and a bonsai tree. Okay, so it's a different birdhouse. It's a bird space house, not a birdhouse, one word. It doesn't come up. No bird space house for you. I was having trouble locating a final item for that bundle, so I just deposited the pineapples and wandered off to the island to dig to ginger to get my head out of the catalogue for a little while. It is going to take a few trips to get as many as I need though. I had to go right back to the island on the 15th to check this week's key quest. Danger in the Deep is up this week, which resets the mines and changes it to a harder version. That's going to be my source of radioactive ore, but before I can get to that, I need to check in with the little raccoons. You Bobos look so pretty in all that cloth. I want to try wearing cloth like that. Can you get me some? We are towards the beginning of a new stream, so I checked where we are with the bundles real quick, and having a slightly fresher mind meant I was able to pull a small book pile out of the catalogue for little hobby friend. That's another bundle complete. 3 star drop teas. I don't even know what I would use them for at this point. And then that is so many clothes. So I'm gonna have to like tailor these. That can wait though. This key quest has a deadline. I need to make it through every floor of the mines again by the end of the week, with plenty of added danger and added loot, like this radioactive ore, and you can get certain items from the key gem shop from crates and special slimes, but in my opinion, the enricher is probably the worst of them. I used a staircase to skip the spiral floor and left from the floor 20 elevator with just 3 radioactive ore from that one single node. I am crossing my fingers that the next days will be better. When I got out of bed on Tuesday, I took some of the bundle clothing from my dresser. Look, I wasn't anticipating clothes, okay? And most of these I got at random. I will still have to tailor some pieces with my saved artifacts, but I am now missing the cloth. I also forgot that I already handed in pineapple for the island ingredients, so here I'm moving a mango tree into the greenhouse, and in that time, my recycling machine was kind to me and let me have some cloth. If I wasn't getting lucky with the recycling, then I definitely would have gone and done skull cabins just to kill some mummies, probably. And you can go there. Having missed the desert festival yesterday, I made sure to go today to get my free outfit. Very adventurer. Is that a backpack? That's a backpack. That's so cute. Actually, I forgot the cactus. Let's go get that. I'm ready to welcome a new cactus into my life. That thing is growing like that's a hairdo and a half, that is, isn't it? That's kind of adorable. Can't forget Cactus Friend. I came back home to sew the canvas jacket and the golden shirt to bring to the raccoon village, but Hobby Friend pulled me aside when I got there. Thanks for all the things you brought me, Bobo. None of them have really sparked anything in me, but that's okay. I'll keep looking. And in the meantime, I can enjoy hot drinks and playing with my siblings. Aww. There'll always be a warm cup here for you. Aww. Maybe not in the heat of summer, but... Oh, a triple shot! Thank you for the gift. Oh, we got another one. Hi, Bobo. I love how flowers smell. Some birds told me these are really rare ones, but I haven't been able to find them. Can you help me look for them? Or of any of the flowers? Simple enough. And I handed in those clothes, getting a tiger hat in return. I'll keep it on me noggin for now. I decided I wanted to have a go at growing the flowers myself instead of foraging them in Sprite Spring. I've got mixed flower seeds and some pots in the shed, but this is basically how I found out via the chat that even indoors, they will still only give you the in-season flowers. I think you have to use the Ginger Island farm to have a chance of getting all of them. I skipped the last day of the desert festival in favour of more mines progress, with a quick break to buy tulip and blue jazz seeds. I do already have these in the shed, but I think I just didn't want to water them. They can go by the sprinklers outdoor later. My radioactive ore hunt was going better today. Ooh, hello. Now I wonder if these haunted skulls can drop us the mannequins. Do we have any residents here today? Any future Grampleton residents? We got one, the first one is quite a while actually. Oh my goodness. Oh, more radioactive. It's a great day to be in the mines. Yes, it was. With just an odd staircase or two, we got through 50 whole floors in one day. My radioactive bar can smelt overnight, and I got those flower seeds planted in some deluxe speed grow by a sprinkler. I dropped off the radioactive stuff to the raccoons in the morning. Tiger slime egg! Whoa! I'll keep it handy, I guess. I refreshed myself on what I needed for this mineral bundle. As you can see, I already had the dolomite, and I switched out the diamond in the crystallarium for a kyanite. I do wish I started this earlier. I got all of my geodes open to get more options, and to see if I can get duplicates to skip the wait. I did get an opal I don't have yet, so I made more crystallariums for that and some pyrite. I then geared up for the mines and snacked on a dewdrop berry with a determination to make it to the bottom today. At least that was the hope. I already got what I needed to from here in terms of bundles, but it would be nice to complete this key quest for the key gems and the access to a renewable source of radioactive ore for future farm phases. It also made it so much easier getting through these later floors with the void spirits simply ignoring me. Another enricher! Who decided to put in loads of orders of enrichers? Because I did not want one of those. I don't need 3 of them either, I've got like 3. I did bring 6 staircases, but I'm only using them if I really need to, like on that spiral floor. Actually, that was the only one I used today. Didn't quite make it to the bottom, but floor 110 is good enough for me. I don't want to pass out in here. The beaver was the first to greet me at the raccoon village on the 19th of spring. Oh, hi, you're Bobo, right? I guess I am. Raccoon and his family told me about you. They said you're very helpful and that you get them things they need. I like building things, and I want to build some stuff for the raccoons to make their lives easier. I can get wood easily, but there are other materials that I can't. Can you get them for me? The clothing raccoon wanted to speak to me before I could check what those were. Thanks for all the cloth, Bobo. Some of them feel different from each other. Does that mean they're made from different things? I want to touch lots of different cloth types. Can you get me some? Oh gosh, more? Let's have a look what they're after. But first... Wow, I can't believe you found them, Bobo. You must be really good at finding things. I can't remember what I found. Now I can try that spell I found. I'm going to try and make siblings different colours. I tested it earlier, and I think those things you found will help keep them from catching fire this time. Please don't set fire to your siblings. By the way, take this. Magic hair gel. We got magic hair gel. Okay, cool. Let's have a look what the next clothing bundle is. Here are some more of those extra craftables. A bit like the paper and glass we saw earlier. These bundles are escalating, it seems, and the beaver pretty much confirmed this. Look at this list too. What are they planning to build here? One way to find out, I guess. I browsed some of the items and how to get them in Look Up Anything. Feel free to pause if you need a closer look as well. I'll be going for some of the easier ones, avoiding things like tape if I can just use paper and glue. I want to finish off this mines run first so I can have it off of my mind before we move on to this next task. Just 10 floors to go, and it took me about midday to reach the bottom. They gave me a good chance to get some smelting done. I used a totem to warp to Ginger Island to gather fibre, and the Tara Troopers might be nice to have on hand. Any ginger anywhere? See, this is why the island is going to be rebranded into Garlic Island, because like, where is all the ginger? I mean, there are some, but like, not very much. That's for a future challenge. There's a link to the challenge list in the description if you're curious. Back in the valley, I found a poppy at the travelling cart I can use for the flower bundle, and got started on those building materials on the farm. I made a couple of bone mills to make paper from wood, smelted some sap to make glue, and put fibre in a loom to make string. I had some oars at home to bring to the advanced furnaces, and added extra looms to the shed. The string takes over a day, so this will speed things up. I picked the last tropical fruit I'd need on Saturday, so it's time to move the trees back to the orchard. I ended up keeping one of each in there by the glamping area. I'm sure the guests would enjoy some fresh mangoes and bananas. Having realised I never actually needed the mangoes, I brought the ginger and the bananas to the raccoon village to complete that bundle. A surprising source of ostrich eggs. I popped some bug meat in the dehydrator, that apparently makes leather, then I gathered copper in the mines for the rest of the day. On the 21st of spring, I dropped off the metal bars to the beaver before a morning of moss gathering in the forest. That's a productive way to wait for the Adventurer Guild to open, where I spent 20,000 gold on a hard hat. I only realised how much it cost after I bought it. That's some very expensive convenience, but okay. For some of the other materials, I had to make some more fairy dust to speed up some thread in a recycler to make room for these dwarf gadgets. That's one way you can get the microcontrollers. That'll be 2 out of the 3. The third I made by putting a refined quartz and a battery in the sewing machine. They don't seem to serve any purpose in my mod set besides the bundles and eventually shipping. They're worth quite a hefty price, and lastly that evening, I finally got round to collecting my latest ticket prize of a houseplant. My fresh blue jazz had grown on the 22nd, so I was ready to bring the next delivery to the raccoon village. At this point, the original raccoon could see how hard I was working for their children so willingly and free me of any obligation to them. As usual, the little ones want to chat to me at their village as soon as I arrive. The chef raccoon made a tropical curry out of the ingredients I brought yesterday and wanted to share some. We're now most of the way through the beavers bundle, and on this day, I could complete the flower bundle, which rewarded me with some nondescript honey. To get cloth for the fashion raccoon, I was headed to Skull Caverns for the first time in... Actually, I can't remember when we last came here, but we're not aiming for deep floors and loot this time. I'm just here to slay mummies, and I could just reset floor 1 for that under the effects of Monster Musk. I did get another monster compendium here, and even completed the Mummy Monster Slayer goal, leaving the caverns in the early evening with all of the cloth for that bundle, plus a few to spare. Some extra string was done on the looms in the shed, so I can now pop in some iron bars to make chains. The bug meat leather was done the following morning, but the florist raccoon got to me before I could reach the bundle. They loved the flowers I brought yesterday, and wanted to grow more of their own around their stump. They asked me for some farming tips, so I suggested fertilizer to keep them in good shape, but that now means I need to source some for them, and/or a selection of flower seeds. As for the cloth bundle, the leather was the final piece, though the thank you gift was a bit questionable. Polka dot shorts, okay. What? I shopped at Pierre's for 10 of each spring flower seed, before opening all of my golden mystery boxes. I was hoping to find some mixed flower seeds in here, but it turns out you can't actually get them from golden ones. Kind of a shame I wasted so many on those garden pots earlier this month. I did have 2 regular mystery boxes at home, and they mocked me by handing over 10 regular mixed seeds instead. That sucks. I checked the Junimo woods next. They've got half of the deluxe fertilizer I don't have the recipe for, at 4 grand each. To buy the 20 I need over 2 separate days will cost me more money than I have. The recipe comes from the Key Gem shop, and we have accumulated some gems from last week's quest, but there, I spotted a better option. Pierre's stock list. That will get me the out of season seeds instead. I mean, let's be honest, Miss Dicky probably got hold of this because the raccoons probably stole it in the first place, so now I'm taking it back to Pierre to benefit the raccoons. Have that back. There's the stock list. Now I'm curious if the box already has the expanded stock list or not, so let's go and run and check. Oh, it worked. Oh, that's amazing. So we're gonna get 10 of them, and 10 of them, and 10 of them. Along with some of the quality fertilizer I already had, that's the next flower bundle complete. I got some mahogany seeds for that, and headed to bed to sleep through the wait for my materials in the machine, but I was woken up briefly by the witch leaving another void egg gift in the coop. The chains were done in the morning. To accelerate the mineral bundle so I could take those over to day 2, I used fairy dust on the crystallariums, replacing them with diamonds. I won't be able to visit the raccoon village till nighttime because it's the flower dance today. I'm pretty sure the wizard is like up here. So what if I just put myself here? Hello there. Oh no, wait. What if I force myself here? Hello. You shouldn't be up here. I can ask to be the dance partner though. Oh my god. Yeah. I look forward to it. Oh my god, it worked. So now I need to, oh, why are there prices? Oh no, now there's prices. Oh no. Do we actually get to dance this year? Yay! Oh my god, look at the way that it's a robe. Wait a minute. I love that. Why am I standing so far forward? I'm very eager. Does Morgan have dialogue? Oh, I forgot to check. I was just so excited about being able to actually dance for the wizard at the flower dance. Big day. All right, to the raccoons. I handed in the minerals in exchange for 20 iridium ore, and the remaining materials for the beaver. There we go. Your construction is ready to- Oh my god, look at all that jelly. That's so many jelly. What the heck? Why so many? That's so random. From the water so the beaver has the prime opportunity to collect. Good point. Screw everything else other than the mail maybe, which has probably got nothing in it. Yep. Let's go straight down to the raccoons. The things you got me so shiny. I'm gonna get more on my own. I need some tools. Oh no. You're gonna use these tools for mining, right? Are you planning to steal them? Let's say the top one. Right. Uh-oh. What are we now getting involved with? Oh, Bobo! Hello. Look at these flowers you grew. Oh my god, look at the flower garden. I want to make them look pretty so I can give them to everyone as gifts. Aww. Can you help me get some materials? Oh no. This is going to be the big one. Oh, we have another calling of Bobo in the corner. Beaver told me how you helped him. Thank you for that. I want to get Beaver a gift for all the things he's been building for me and my family. Can you help me again? This is going to be outrageous, isn't it? And then there was one more raccoon in the queue this morning. I've been trying on lots of different clothes, Bobo. I even tried making some clothes of my own. It worked, but I want my clothes to be bright and colourful. Can you get me some stuff to colour them with? Listen, if you thought the other raccoons were needy, this is something else. Okay, we've got burglar shank, burglar ring, and rope. Not suspicious at all. Then up here, we have quality flowers. That's fine. I'm just gonna go forage those, I think. So I'm going to get them from Sprite Springs. And then we've got like a version of Key's Prismatic Grange. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do this. Now we'll have a look when we get back to our chest what is counted in any of that. Like I'm wondering if the colored items would show up. Oh, it does say unnamed bundle, so yeah. Although I do wonder if I have to bring like 100 of exactly the same item. New flower bundle on the right. Oh, I forgot. I'll go back and check it in a bit. Because I can go and forage the flowers I need and get that one done pretty quickly. I looked through what I had at home with the Prismatic Range Style bundle concerning me the most. And it turned out I already had some of the iridium flowers from previous trips to Sprite Springs. Before doing too much extra gathering, I checked what was needed for the florist bundle I forgot to look at, and it's adorable that the majority of the items are bows. They are not having my mystery boxes. I wanted to drop off what I had for the prismatic bundle, but the items don't seem to work the same as the key quest. I know I've used bug meat for that before, but it doesn't work here. We need to think on that a little more, but for now, I could drop off the quality flowers for the beaver's gift for probably the best reward yet. Horse flute! Excuse me? Wait, that's huge! Oh my gosh, fastest horse flute playing ever. Come on, Tilly. Oh, cutscene. These are so pretty. Hello? I'm glad you like them. Bobo helped me get them. Enjoy the flowers. Such a helpful person, Bobo. Thank you. The whole family is grateful to you, Bobo. Aww. I'm gonna keep building things. Raccoon says you have really good fruit, so bring some by if you want anything I make, okay? This is a new shop, I guess. I'll be able to look at that tomorrow, though it's possible I'll forget. The Prismatic Range bundle gave me a great reason to stop ignoring these carrots, and combined with the ones I saved from previous harvests, I had well over 100 of them for our orange items. For the green ones, I topped up on fibre in the bug lair and the mines, which put me near to the Adventurers Guild to buy a burglar ring for the Looty Raccoon. I foraged in Sprite Springs in case I can use any of these things, and rode out to the Hat Mouse with Tilly to deal with the bow shopping. That's 5 of the 6 items for that bundle, and I was hoping to tailor a red mushroom into a spotted scarf, but those mushrooms also count as red items for the Prismatic Range bundle. 89, 90, are you kidding me? I'm 3 red mushrooms short, which I feel like is easily solvable. Right, let's check over here first. I don't know if you can get them over here. Oh wait, there's one. We're good. Mushroom logs. I still can't believe how perfectly that worked out. 101 red mushrooms, 1 for a scarf, and the rest for red dye. Just need pink or blue items for that one now. Then with the scarf and bows, the florist new bundle is now complete. Tree fertilizer and an obsidian vase, that's so random. I scoured my storage for the last item for those dyes, but couldn't come up with a particularly easy solution with what I already had, so I'm going to need to spend a little bit of money on something simple, yet tedious. 94 Joja Cola. I already had 6 at home. I also crafted some rope for Loot Friends bundle, where I got some mystic syrup, and handing in those Joja Cola, the dyes are now dealt with, which seem to go into this tie-dye shirt. That was a lot of dye for one shirt. All that money we've been making over the past several seasons we've been spending back into the raccoons anyway. It's all part of their plan. Let's wear the tie-dye shirt, you know? I actually kind of like it. This is an outfit if I've ever seen one. Straight to the raccoons, because there's probably going to be new cutscenes. And I was right. I have so many shiny things now. Oh no. What have we created? I keep them inside my stump. I still let my family see them though. Do you think they'll be safe here? What will be safe? Your treasure or your family? Your family? Mama and Papa say to be careful in the forest. Do you think scary things could find us? If I hide this place good enough, no one will be able to find it. And then we'll all be safe. Uh-oh, what is this going to be? A conversation with the florist was significantly more wholesome. Bobo! I wanted to thank you for helping me. Oh my god, we got fairy roses back. That's huge. I've been able to make really pretty flower arrangements with those materials. If you ever want any flowers for yourself, just stop by with some fruit. I love the fruit trade. What is this? Thank you, Bobo. Oh, look at this. This is adorable. My clothes look as pretty as yours now. Aww. Not sure if I'd call this outfit pretty, but I'll take it. My siblings have been asking me to make clothes for them too. If you want any clothes I make, just stop by my dressing box with some fruit. I love this. So we get in all the shops now. And we have another one. Oh my gosh, look at that bow. Eva told me Bobos like to watch moving pictures. Oh, are we going to the cinema? Moving pictures sound fun. I want to know what they're about. If the pictures move, then you can bring some of those pictures, right? Excuse me? Oh no, are they going to want the posters? Oh my gosh. In demand today. I want to try making Bobo-style clothes. And I want to help. We're always busy running around, and we need a Bobo who can stay here all the time. Do you think there's any way to keep a Bobo here? I don't think I want to explain this. It'd be very rude to make a Bobo move here just so we can make them look pretty. If you find a way, let us know, okay, Bobo? Mannequin! Wait, that's smart. Time to look at the next round of bundles. This protection one is basically a load of trash for our trash pandas. To help with the clothes making, I need to give up a future Grumpleton villager. They want a cursed mannequin, and just as I suspected, we need to go after the posters. 3 of them, and I don't think I have any. Not to spare anyway. I have successfully rescued some cursed mannequins in this farm phase, though I retrieved one from my original storage area. I already have at least some of the trash for Loot Friends bundle, but I will have to go get more, so I'll start tending to these crab pots again. Then I rode into town to play the crane game in the theatre. I have nobody to earn friendship with right now. Leo will be handled later, so I'm not bothering seeing the movie, and I had to reset the machine just once to get the Brave Little Sapling poster to show up. That's the movie currently playing. Might as well grab the other copy to have a spare, and I'll come back here when there's a new movie. To work on the trash, I was going to fish at the spa fountain, but that gave me flashbacks to previous phases, and I kept just getting broken CDs which aren't even needed, so I hit all the trash cans in town instead. Way more fun. Not that I got anything I needed that way either. Now I have to find a place for my salvaged items at home. I had this the entire time. I also own 2 of these, so I could have given it away without making rope. We're just going to say we chose not to give the raccoons a weapon. Yeah, it's a good choice. It was totally a choice. I could still complete 1 bundle tonight and hand it over the mannequin. They left the mermaid boots for me, a significant upgrade to my crystal shoes. I swept the trash cans again on the 22nd of spring and made another discovery. I'm surprised there's not a trash can like near Robin somewhere. Or is there? There's been a trash can here the entire time and I've never thought to look. I wonder if there are any others we don't know about. There probably are. I also bought a train ticket to Pondwood to dumpster dive by Scarlett's house to really cover my bases. We did not just get a garbage hat, that's so funny. Not a single piece of trash, but we got a load of food and a garbage hat. That is wild. We have 4 of them now. The only productive thing I can really do in my time now, sadly, is trash fishing. I even stayed into the nighttime, but I didn't manage to get as much as I needed, so I had to repeat that routine on the 28th, refilling the crab pots, checking the town trash, and hoping to gather the remaining pieces from the infinite source at the spa. I could finally be done that evening. So happy to put this bundle behind me before the end of the season. Here we go. Look at that, and of course it has to end the season on delivering trash. Yay! Prismatic genie pants. That was not the reward I was expecting. Okay. Sure, I'll wear those. They kind of go with the tie-dye though, right? As it stands so far this summer, the only bundle we're carrying over from last month is the movie posters, but I'm sure some of the raccoons have something to say about what we did yesterday. I'm gonna hide me and my siblings' homes with all this stuff. That way my family and my treasure will be safe. Thank you, Bobo. I'll keep any treasures I don't want in a basket by my stump. If you want them, just bring me some fruit. Oh no, what are they stealing? We'll have to see what's in that basket. And this is for the mannequin. Wow, it looks just like a Bobo. I think I even saw it move. Is this a real Bobo? Not exactly. It's just one of my future Grumpleton villagers. You can take good care of them though. Yes, please take good care of them. We promise, Bobo. Here, take these. I found them in some fertilizer. Dragon teeth? What on earth? Oh, look at them all. Bobo! We've been waiting for you. You've been really helpful to us. We helped our parents a lot too. Now we want to help them, but we're too young to go far away. We want to get a gift for them that helps them relax. Can you help us find something for them? This is going to be the Bundle Twindle bundles, isn't it? I love how they have their own individual outfits now. So, this is the movie poster one. Oh, I only need 2 more, so we can finish it this season. There should be 2 movies this season, I'm pretty sure. And then we have 1 bundle here, which is... Oh. It's an auto-petter. I can handle that. That's fine. Wait, no, an auto-petter. Not an auto-grabber, an auto-petter. I guess we're gonna have to go to Skull Caverns. I dealt with a movie poster first and dropped that off, then looking through my mining supplies at home, I didn't feel I had enough staircases for a successful auto-petter hunt in Skull Caverns, so I gathered stone in the mines. It's a bad luck day today anyway, but by mid-afternoon, I realised I could have just instead used these bombs in Skull Caverns, so I stopped wasting them on stone here. I just prepared my backpack for a caverning day and got some sleep early, finding some better luck in the morning. We've got a bit of extra health from the statue blessing too, and from the Dwarf King. I asked for a greater chance of geodes just to pick one. I was hoping for a greater chance of staircases, but that wasn't offered today. Even without a desert totem or the obelisk, I could arrive at the desert nice and early via Central Station. I traded up my excess quartz for a few extra bombs, then made my way inside, powered by magic rock candy. Other loot will be fun today, but of course, we're after the treasure rooms for the auto-petter, encountering my first chest on floor 24. Just some iridium bars. We were having some amazing luck with the jump holes, but the treasure rooms felt as rare as ever. I suppose I should be grateful for any treasure rooms at all. In my mind, I'd already accepted that this might take multiple trips, until we hit floor 89. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. Oh my goodness, the second day of the season. Oh look, a jump hole. Let's see what else we get today. We might come back with spares. You know what? I'm not gonna spoil the rest of the loot. I carried on my mission all the way down to floor 170, where I passed out for the night. How about a good old-fashioned morning after loot review? 6 prismatic shards that we weren't even thinking about. We got the auto-petter that we were looking for. A purple slime egg we probably could have done with for a bundle earlier. 2 iridium sprinklers that we probably can't really use. A load of ores and stuff, which is going to be nice in case I need them. But yeah, very successful day. We came for the auto-petter, we got the auto-petter, and a whole bunch of other loot, so I'm happy. Didn't even put any of my loot away. I rushed straight over to the Raccoon village to hand over the auto-petter. Our reward for that is... Whoa. Galaxy souls? We could forge the... We've got the teeth as... Wait, do we need dragon teeth for that? Am I meant... Wait, no, it's cinder shards I'm confusing it with, isn't it? That's kind of wild. All 3 as well. I'll be keeping these in a chest till I decide the time is right for the forging, and by then, I might even want to earn them again in a future challenge. Who knows? A gift like an auto-petter feels like we're closing in on the end of these bundles, so I'm not doing much planting this season. Just a handful of summer squashes in some pre-till spots that survived the season change. Just 1 movie poster to go, and by this point, the chat had broken the news that the 8 possible movies are on a 2-year cycle, and we only see 1 per season. That means we can't get the final poster till fall. I did try some other additional places to see if there was another way, like the catalogue, the train station, and even the Ferngill Arcadium, but those were a bust. My only strategy now will be a lengthy slumber. I did go out for 1 more day on the 4th of summer. I wanted to see what happened after we gave the auto-petter. Here we go. Ooh. Oh my god, the Raccoon parents are here. Here you go, auto-petter. Lovingly looted from Skull Caverns. There wasn't any dialogue here, just an adorable interaction with everyone gathered together. My next stop was actually Ginger Island. I gathered clay and mixed seeds from the dig site, so I could make some fiber seeds to plant on the farm. I want to leave this zone in good order before we hibernate for the month, and I changed out the floor and wallpaper in the shed, still keeping everything wooden, but with a bit more customization and warmth. I closed my eyes until the 1st of fall, and waited outside the movie theatre for its opening time. I mentally thanked that one guy for not being here and taking over the crane game, so I could grab 2 copies of the Mysterium poster. I'm keeping 1 for myself, and the other, of course, is for the Raccoon. And we get the tea set. Oh my goodness. That's gonna have to go somewhere in that little segment. I left and re-entered the village to see if they'd have anything to say about the posters. Yay! Wow, those are so detailed. I can't wait to show these to Beaver. Thank you, Bobo. Beaver and I made this for you. They went and made a whole piano. So I think that's it. I think we've done all the bundles. That is... I'll take a free Star Drop tea. Now I want to check all the other stores to see if there's any that are free. The Star Drop tea was the only freebie here, but I certainly can't complain. I don't even have a need to use the Star Drop tea, really. That one tea was for you, their friend. Oh wait, that's really cute. I rearranged some things in the shed to make space for this enormous piano. It doesn't matter so much that we can't access the crops now, and I did want it lined up perfectly with the sides of the pots, but that stops me walking through the middle, so I gave myself just enough room to squeeze past. And as for that tea set, such a special item deserves to be front and center in the raccoon display. I know they didn't ask for it in a bundle, but I think it's the perfect final piece. This challenge didn't at all go the way I envisioned it. When I first thought about it, I wanted to maybe buy an obelisk using the raccoon items, but as soon as we learned about the baby raccoon village, it stopped becoming about the money, and more about the little friends we made along the way. Yes, friends. We went from working under threat from the raccoon mafia to them trusting me to aid their precious next generation. They've obviously been watching me for the past few years, and they must have known that the money that they'd pay me for their products I'd just end up spending most of to benefit them anyway. Clever little furballs. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed this journey as much as I have, and let me know in the comments if you think I might have spent this past year and a bit being scammed. In the next video, I'll be doing up the spa, then after that we're beginning the final challenge on this farm map before we work on off-farm locations, and that'll be the first Thatch Guild project, our most dangerous one yet. If you want to see some of what that'll entail, you can check out our progress with the VODs in the description, where you'll also find the mod list and challenge details. Make sure you're subscribed for more Forever Farm antics. Thank you so much to my channel members, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!